Hello, and welcome back to day 5 of GTU. How exciting! The final weekday. We've got two very big days planned tomorrow for the weekend. But first, I've got my boy Ethan with me. Hello, Ethan.
Hello.
What have you got on? What are you cooking for us this evening?
This is No Major Glitches on Vice City Stories, the real definitive edition.
True. They even put a bridge in between the army
Right.
base and
Mm-hmm.
the actual mainland. Does definitive edition have that? No.
That's why it's better.
True. All right, whenever you are ready, I'm ready to go. So just start the game, restart the game, whatever, and count me in.
Right, cool. Cool. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay,
Good
hello
luck.
everyone. Yep. Thank you, Ben. So this is Vice City Stories. If you didn't know, this is one of two spin-offs that were released for the PSP. This game was released in 2006, I believe, and it was later ported over to the PS2 the next year. Unfortunately, this is quite known as the forgotten GTA game because Rockstar, well, if you look at Liberty City Stories, this game's sister game, it did get a mobile port a couple of years back, but this game, unfortunately, no mobile port for us VCS enjoyers. People speculate it's due to the fact that there's a major celebrity in this game and is pretty pivotal in terms of the game's canon, like an IRL celebrity, so they couldn't like take him out of anything. Speaking of the game's story, this is No Major Glitches, as I said before, and we're going to be doing all story missions. So even that mission, and even that mission. So if you've ever played this game, you probably know. Also, did you notice something there? We can swim. So they make sure you know that you can swim in this game by plonking you right in the water in the first ever mission. Also for this mission, you might also have noticed some people shooting at us. Don't worry about that. But on international, you can actually die there because they do damage you. But thankfully, we are playing on the Japanese edition of the game, and they fixed that. So no dying on the first ever mission. You know, that wouldn't really be a good start to a marathon run now, would it? But yeah, that's the first mission of the game. We're doing some missions for our Sergeant, Jerry Martinez. And yeah, that's about it for the game story. Oh, we are playing as Victor Vance, brother to Lance Vance. And you know, we're starting out in the army. So this is one of the few GTA games that you don't actually like start off as a criminal per se, even though we do some questionable things as an army official. Don't worry about it though. So now we're going to go see our good friend from Vice City, Phil Cassidy. He makes a return, and this was the epic bridge that English Ben was talking about a bit earlier. You don't have that in regular Vice City. There are a few shortcuts actually. There's that, and then there's also an extension for the airport in front of SSA. You go to the airport and the army base quite a bit in this mission, in this game, sorry. Also, this guy just drove in front of me. Whatever. So they added a bunch of extensions or shortcuts, so it makes it easier for us to access those locations. Because in Vice City, like I played this game before I played Vice City, and I was very confused as to how to get to the airport. You have to take the long way around or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna see
Yeah, these first
Phil.
few missions would be awful without these bridges and stuff, because you'd have
Yeah,
to like drive around the entire map every single time.
right. Epic jump. And here's Phil. So Phil's house, as we're going to see, have been infested by a bunch of worms, and by worms I mean a particular gang member, or gang rather. They're called the Cholo Gang, and they're sort of the secondary antagonist for a while. So we're gonna stop here. Phil's gonna give us a little cutscene. We're not gonna watch it. you didn't notice earlier, I borrowed an M16 from my fellow army colleague, which I'm going to use in this mission, so it makes my life a little bit easier. We come here and kill those two guys too. Also, Japanese version, so if I kill like 3 people, I would get 2 stars here. And in that outside section, there was like a bunch of people that were standing around. You only have to kill 2 of them to progress. However, sometimes you shoot once and it panics the entire crowd, and some random ped just decides to walk into your line of fire, and then you get 2 stars for the rest of the mission. Good thing that didn't happen in this run, so we're good on that. Yeah. So we're done our work for Phil. That's not good. And we flip over. Thank you. And we're gonna go back, report in, check in with our sergeant. Why PPS? Okay, so I'm playing on emulator, in case you didn't tell. I do have original hardware. However, by original hardware, I mean my actual PSP that I had since like 2006. So, as you can tell, a handheld gaming console from the early 2000s doesn't really output at a very high resolution and frame rate. So, I opted to go with the emulator, so just gives everyone a better viewing experience.
Yeah,
But
PSP is like what 272p quality or something. It's like not even
Right.
360p.
Yeah,
Versus
it has.
native 1080p that you can get on emulator, or I think PS TV outputs to 1080p as well. But those can be expensive and difficult to find because they're like, I don't even think they were released in certain countries, right? They were like a really small
Yeah.
release,
Hmm.
only in certain regions, I think. So
Yeah,
not easy to get a hold of.
I looked at eBay the other day and they were selling at like $100, $200, and I was pretty surprised that
Jesus. That's what they're going for in the UK, because I don't think we had them either.
Crazy.
PS TV.
Okay, so this mission, our Sergeant Jerry Martinez has sent us on a mission to find a his friend girl thingy. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, he only gave us her name, so her name's Mary. He didn't give us any location or any address, so we're gonna check in with Phil. Phil has a nice gift for us, a shiny red stinger, which he definitely legally obtained. Anyways, we're going to take our new gift and we're going to drive to the docks, and we encountered this young lady here, and we're going to ask her if she knows Mary, and apparently there's only one Mary in Vice City, so she can tell us exactly where to go, and we're going to drive to the party where she's at right now. Also, if you didn't notice, this party's in Starfish Island, and we are starting on the opposite island that you start on in Vice City. So in original Vice City, you start off in that island there, Vice Beach, and you don't have access to this island and Starfish Island, I believe. But in this game, it's reversed. So we start off in this, we have access to this island and Starfish Island, but our access to Vice Beach is cut off. We're gonna go to the party, and unfortunately, Mary's being harassed by these guys, so we're gonna make quick work of them. And this car is in the way. I'm just gonna push it out, push this in. Okay, and Mary should get in through the wall. Hopefully, there we go. Nice. And we can get out. So usually that stinger is parked a little far back, but this time it was kind of forward. I think it's due to the fact that I didn't skip the cutscene on the first frame or whatever, and like the Vic like drives the car forward in the cutscene, so you don't skip it at the first frame. It's like a slightly different position, so it's a little bit in. So I pushed it out of the way. No problem though. This car is very fast, but you can lose control really easily. This is like the second fastest car in this game, I believe. Only the Cheetah is faster. Anyways, we're gonna park this outside, and we're gonna go into the army base. And by the looks of it, they don't really like us bringing our female friends over for dinner. And even though it was on orders from our sergeant, and we are dishonorably discharged from the army. Oh no. And yeah, if we had drove into the army base with the Banshee would be taken away from us. So we just park it outside so we can just get on with it.
5 minutes in
Anyways.
and Vic's already had his life ruined. Poor guy.
Poor guy indeed. And this is the new beginnings. And I think they also make a VC reference because they have a moped, the Faggio, parked outside the army base, which you're intended to use to drive all the way here. So that's a little nice thing they added there. Anyways, Phil has decided to gift us this apartment as along with that red stinger earlier, which is a very considerate of him. And in return, we're gonna work for him. So we're gonna go do a few missions for him now. Ooh, soundtrack. That's a very good thing. This game has really good radios. Like, this game was like the last 3D era GTA. So Rockstar essentially had the cash flows coming in from San Andreas and whatnot. So they really went out with the radio. There's a lot of bangers here. If you guys want a like certain radio station, just like spam in chat or whatever, or don't spam, but like just shout at me in chat and I'll switch to it when I get the chance.
Yeah, in my opinion, the VCS soundtrack is the best GTA soundtrack. It's not even close.
Oh, there you have it.
And only my
Anyways,
opinion
oh.
matters.
So, this is a bit of a tutorial mission. Phil takes us sightseeing, and then he notices his friend driving off into the distance. So he shows us the police station and the hospital, and now we're gonna chase and catch this friend so he can say hi. So he can go right here, or he can drive here and take a left. It's faster if he had taken a right, so we got a little unlucky, but we're gonna let Phil do the talking with his cholo buddy here. Oh, looks like he got stuck into a corner. How convenient. I don't have to chase you. Okay. He should die. Okay, cool.
We're gonna need to get my car fixed up, Vic. Old girl ain't looking so good.
And we're gonna pay and spray, and yeah, that's pretty much the mission. Pretty simple. But yeah, we did get a little bad RNG there. If he had turned right, he would be closer to the pay and spray and being faster as well. So it'll be faster as well, but looks like not today. Also, I just realized I don't have live split open, but it shouldn't be a problem. It'll be fine, don't worry. I like instinctively looked over to check at how I'm doing in terms of pace, and it wasn't there, so yikes.
Did you apologies, sorry, if I zoned out at the time. But did you mention why Japanese is done
Right,
in
I
VCS? Because
right
it's
so
different to usual, right?
yeah, so for any percent, I would say it's similar to like other GTAs for like stability reasons. Plus, you can do stuff on Japanese that you can't do on international. But for this category in specific, there's two main reasons. Well, we're gonna do a exploit. I'm not gonna call it a glitch because then people will shout at me. But we're gonna do an exploit later on, and that exploit in international has a little bit of a side effect in the next mission. That doesn't happen on Japanese, so we save a bit of time there. Second reason is that in Japanese, they realized while they were creating this edition that the Capcom or whatever realized, the publisher in Japan, that the game was way too hard. So they basically made it so where you have 3 times the health and armor as usual. That has its benefits, but it also has downsides because we death warp quite a bit in this run, and having 3 times the health means that we need more grenades and more Molotovs that I need to pick up throughout the run, as well as taking a little bit longer when it comes to actually death warping. Hopefully,
It's
it'll be fine.
crazy to think that so many people like defend VCS and say like, "Oh no, like the difficulty curve is fine. It's not that bad." Like if Capcom come along and, go to port it to different regions and they're concept of the difficulty is so bad that their reaction is to give you 3 times the health, then you know that VCS has a real problem on release.
Yeah. The first few
Like
missions,
VCS defenders,
right?
there's nothing to defend there.
First few missions is they go a little bit easy on you, but then they trick you, and the difficulty curve just spikes up randomly. Like we'll
Yeah.
be going from doing time trials to having 5 stars in the next mission a little bit later on in the run. So yeah, the game
Towards the end, especially, like Diaz's final few missions are just like unreal. Like even if you are
Oh,
like a seasoned, GTA player, if you don't know what's coming up, like you will just get destroyed.
right. So there was a thing that happened earlier in the very first mission. So 10 seconds into the run, if you noticed, I fell off my bike and went into the marker. Usually that wouldn't be a problem, right? Because you're like, oh, well, you made it into the marker anyways, and it's fine. But doing that, it actually bugs out your manual aim, which means that that mission was a little bit weird. I had to like utilize just shoot and hope that Vic hit those targets there. But anyways, it should be fixed in like a few missions. Hopefully, anyways. So yeah. Oh, this is Marty Williams, the person we're doing missions for. He is Phil's brother-in-law. So yeah, that was his protection racket business, and he has a bunch of other businesses too. This is his repossession business, and it just so happened that allegedly 3 people have defaulted on their payments on the same day, and we're gonna have to repo their assets. I'm sure this is a legal repossession, and it's not like some shady business or anything. Wink, wink. We're gonna drive up to our first target, who is also our neighbor, because we live next door. Hopefully he doesn't think anything too bad of us. He has this nice cheetah.
Son of a bitch, that's my car! Don't take it personally, pal.
And yeah, I drive it. So now for these cars, these first 2 cars, I actually have to deliver them in decent condition. I can't like bash them into walls or anything a little too hard. Otherwise they'll ask me to go pay and spray them, which is kind of bad, not because it loses time, but because it loses money. For some reason, this game is very tight on money, especially in the first few missions. It just does not like to give you money. There's actually a reason why, I believe, but I'll get into that a bit later. So this second guy, this was good RNG. So he can go left or drive straight, but then the traffic light was red, so he kind of just stopped for us, which makes my life a little bit easier. This guy is a little problematic at times. Sometimes people just, like an angry driver will come along and sideswipe him, and that will cause him to panic, and then he will he's programmed to try to escape and outrun Vic, and in doing so he completely totals the car. So yeah. Anyways, that didn't happen today, which is good. Now we're gonna go to our third van. I'm gonna stop here so I don't get hit by traffic. So this third target is a van full of TVs, I think. Oh, and there we got the curb of doom. So if you're wondering what happened there, there's a little bit of an incline or like a curb or whatever. For some reason, when you drive over it with a Sanchez, it completely shifts your momentum all the way left or all the way right. So I was not going right there. I took my finger off the analog stick, and it just sent me all the way right, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, we don't drive that way for a while, so I'm happy. I don't like that curve. Me and that curve got a little bit of a history. Okay, so this is where we should be. This is where we encounter our wanted level for the first time. So 2 stars. Police have been nice to me so far. In practice, they were not nice to me, which I'm very glad that they decided to change their ways. And yeah, that's the mission. Okay, and now we're moving on to everyone's favorite mission. So if you've ever played the game, this is that mission. I'm gonna go do Boom Shine Blowout. Is that the mission's name? I think that is. It's a Boomshine mission.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Right.
The forklift mission.
The forklift mission. The one mission that nobody could do in there when they were a kid playing the game. I mean, a totally 18-year-old adult that was legally playing the game.
This mission is like a classic example of not even particularly difficult, but it's so early on in the game, and and it requires like mechanics that you haven't really been taught yet. You know, like really precise movement in a small area. You're just getting used to the game, and then you just get thrown this like quite difficult mission. And it's exactly the same with Demolition Man in Vice City. Like, not conceptually hard, but just they give you the mission way too early in the story.
Listen, Brownie Hound, you ever felt of a girl over the bra? Over the panties?
Okay, so we drive to Phil's warehouse where he's storing his Boomshine. Unfortunately, because of our shenanigans with the Cholos, they light his warehouse on fire, and we have to go and use this very slow forklift to get his Boomshine, his 4 Boomshine boxes, and load him into the truck here. There we go. However, the warehouse gets totaled, with each progressive delivery, and we have to like navigate. There's also a time limit on the right, and the time limit is quite tight. I'll say for casual runners, it's not it's probably the time limit that is the reason why people fail a lot, because you have to know how to drive through these areas, because with each passing segment there's more and more debris that fall onto the ground and blocks your path. If you don't know where you're going to fail because of the time limit. So also I'm driving in reverse because the forklift is faster in reverse, so a little bit of backwards driving action here. And the third package, or the box, I don't know, what do you call it? Pallet? I think pallet's the thing at the bottom.
Yeah, pallet is like the wooden thing that you've got
Right.
attached to the forklift.
Right. Also, this mission trolls you in another way. So there's actually these fires here. If you drive your Boomshine too close to the fire, it will also increase the bar on the right, which will like blow
By
up
a
at the
lot.
end.
Like,
By
if
a
you
lot.
do it for like 2 seconds, you'll fail the mission.
Right. But in the first time you do the mission, there are fires that are invisible. So sometimes you just like drive into a wall, but there's an invisible fire there and you completely fail the mission. It's only when you fail the mission and come retry it that those fires like actually load in, which is really weird. Really weird
Classic
game design.
VCS.
Classic. But anyways, we go through that mission. Pretty decent. I've redeemed my childhood self. Yay. Right, now we're gonna go see Louise, who is Marty's wife. And if you're paying attention to what I'm saying, Louise is also Phil's sister. Remember, Marty is Phil's brother-in-law, so Louise is Phil's sister. This is when fun day comes. Unfortunately, this is also a really weird mission that it's not like it's another one of those where it's like this is in this mission you drive a quad bike. However, you're never like introduced to quad bike controls, and they make you do a race. So it's really weird how they don't introduce these mechanics and they just expect you to do all these missions. And even I struggle with this. And in fact, this is probably like my least favorite mission because I just struggle with this a lot. There's there's like curbs in this game, right? And like in line with other GTAs, for some reason when you drive like bikes and certain vehicles over curbs, it just like sends you flying into the air. And there's a classic example right here. I'll show it. So we go through these few checkpoints. go up this hill, and you need to make sure not to lose control, not to flip, not to anything. You come down to this drop, and that curb right there, if I hit that curb at a too high speed, I will go flying into the air and it will flip my little quad bike here. So I take it safe because marathon or whatever, I like consistency. So I go really slow over that. But anyways, okay, that was not too bad. I did have a unique thing in practice. So in practice, the quad bike wouldn't turn left like all the way. It would only turn left like 50% of the time. I thought my controller was like bugging out, but then I checked with another game and it was fine. So it's classic VCS just messing with you, just rubbing salt in your wounds. Anyways, that wasn't too bad. It was kind of slow, but it's okay. Go back to doing missions for Marty. Okay, this is a very interesting mission. So in this mission, you're supposed to take these nades that Marty gives you and blow up 3 vans. However, we're not going to do it. Now, I would like to remind you that this category's name is no major glitches. Okay, emphasis on the major part. So we're going to come here. We're not going to do it the intended way. Instead, I'm going to run into this wall. And in 3, 2, 1. Anytime now. There we go. And the mission completes. It's beautiful. Exactly. Oh, okay. I was trying to jump through that, but I guess I got stuck on it a little bit. So what happens there is that I fell out of bounds. And when you fall out of bounds in this game, it flips your vehicle, any loaded vehicle, on both axes. So if you notice, my Sanchez was pointed west. And when I got out, the game put me back into bounds after I fell out of bounds, my Sanchez was facing the opposite direction as well as it was on the ground. So it flipped it to make it face east, and it turned it upside down, which is the same thing that happens to the vans that you're supposed to destroy. So you flip all of the vans and they just explode and you just complete the mission like that. Anyways, we made it through the Curb of Doom there. Yeah, unfortunately we don't use that strat in any other place into the run, which, oh, okay, this is bad. Hello, officer, can you please give me a hug? Go over there. Please get off. Okay. I'm going to go this way. Okay, he fell off. Please get in. Close the door. There we go. Okay. That could have gone bad, but okay. It's fine, it's fine. Thankfully, the game gives you a buffer between when you get on a vehicle and when they can bust you, so that saved me a bit there. Anyways, yes, my manual aim has fixed itself, so I can manual aim and shoot this car, as opposed to like just shooting it with whatever Vic wants to do. And yeah, we take over this Cholo business sites, and this is an introduction to another feature that's only in VCS. So there are Empire sites. If you kind of look at it, this building is a little bit odd in terms of scenery, and that's because it's actually like something interactable. So there are various business sites that are placed around Vice City that either you or the other gangs can own. And in these business sites, if you enter them, or if you own it, and you enter them, you can actually build different like empires within them. So there's like a protection racket empire, there's like a pimping / prostitution empire, there's a drugs empire, there's a robbery empire, there's also something else I'm forgetting. There's like so many, but that's a really unique feature that unfortunately didn't make it to the other GTA games, which is quite unfortunate, really. Anyways, we're gonna take Louise on a little date again, and we're gonna go hang around with her husband's friends. So I don't know what Louise was thinking, but Yeah, surely this interaction wouldn't go like very bad or anything, right? Surely it'll go fine. And we get jumped by all of her friends, so I'm gonna make quick work of them. There. Also, if you notice, I hit that bobcat out of the way. That was intentional. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that nade though. That was not intentional. Louise, please don't die. Okay, she's not dead. Problem though. Okay, I have my... Okay, that was weird. I should have had a little bit more pistol ammo. I guess I wasn't paying attention. But, yeah, whatever. We move on, we move on. Louise, get on the bike. Thank you.
It's honestly so unfortunate when you're just trying to impress a girl and you accidentally drop a grenade at her feet. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. You know, have you ever hung out with a girl and just randomly like dropped a grenade? Oh, okay. That. So, why is it 3? Okay, whatever. I'll lose my Sanchez in that, but it's okay. Never had that happen. Yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Usually they don't follow you because like you go over like a little jump, right? But I guess that guy was like right behind me or something. I mean, I did miss the marker, so skill issue, but still. I don't know why there were 3 guys though. Usually it's just one guy that follows you. But anyway, we're gonna go see Phil again. What mission is this? See, now this is where having life split open would actually... Okay, it's truck stop. Right, truck stop. What do you do in this mission? Okay, well, alright, that mission, okay. So in this mission, we're gonna go get a little get together with Phil's friends. And after that, we're gonna go steal something. And this is all under the orders of Martinez. So even though we're not in the army anymore, our corrupt Sergeant General is still crawling his way into our lives because Phil is a veteran, I think. And like, because of that, he has like relationships with Martinez, and I think he owes Martinez something. So we're still doing missions for him. Anyways, we come here, we get a bunch of goons, and we're gonna go steal a truck for him. Hence the name, Truck Stop. Oops. Okay. So what I did there was I changed my controller layout. So if you ever want to pick up this game, first thing you should do is change your controller setup to 2, controller setup layout 2. That's kind of the best one because you can get more control, right? Unfortunately, because of my, I don't know how many years I've been playing this game, I've gotten too used to controller setup 1, so it's a little bit too late for me to switch over. We did get a guy spawn there. That's fine. That's actually another thing. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, he just got stuck there. Main thing is I didn't lose Phil. So that guy is gonna follow us. That's gonna be fine though. So there's actually another interesting mechanic in this little mission thing. So these guys will shoot Phil, right? They'll come here and they'll try to attack Phil, and their damage bar on the right will go up, obviously, as they shoot Phil. But look at this. If I drive far away, you see the damage bar going up. If I drive far away and look away, the damage bar doesn't go up anymore. Huh. You know, if I don't look at the bullets, right? If I don't look at like the actual bullets, do they really exist? Is Phil really being shot? Think about it. Think about it. These are the questions.
You and Phil are in a forest and nobody can hear you, and bullets are being flown around. And nobody's there to hear them. Are you really being shot?
Oh, change it back. Yep. So usually you don't want those people to spawn, which is why you look behind during that little driving section, but I think I was a little bit unlucky there. And I looked away for like a second while I was trying to pick up that, while I was trying to pick up the, whatever this gun is called. I don't remember. The Uzi? I don't know. Momo would shout at us if we got the name of the guns wrong. But yeah. He's not here today, so it's okay. Also, if you notice there, I threw a nade at my feet and I took it point blank and it did like no damage. It did like 1/3 of my health, which just goes to show how much the Japanese developers added onto the actual health, actual intended health. You can just like withstand an entire grenade throw point blank and Vic will just get up like nothing happened. Okay, this is God Protection. This is a little bit of a problematic mission because it can fail if I get unlucky. So in this mission, we're supposed to save 3 girls of our newly built business site here, or at least Marty's newly built business site. However, the girls are programmed in a very weird way. So they shoot the gun fast, like they shoot their SMG faster than, you know, you're actually supposed to for whatever reason. It's not because of emulator or whatever. It's just a thing. And sometimes they shoot each other. So while I'm picking up the next girl, the girl in my car will try to shoot at the cholos on the opposite side of the road. And sometimes they hit this girl and end up killing themselves. That didn't happen. Okay, I got 1 tire pop. That's okay. Also, tire pops. I will explain a little bit more as to tire pops in the stories game. Okay, Mary, please get in before the car runs you over. Thank you. Okay, so we have 2 tire pops, but it's front tires, so it should be fine. But we have a lot of Cholo cars. Why are there so many enemies? There should not be this many enemies. Why is there another guy, bro? Calm down. Okay, the game is just not kind today. Today was not a good day. Well, that was okay. It didn't go horribly bad. I didn't fail, so anyway, so like not much I can do there. Tire pops in this game are kind of weird. So in the stories games, the tire pop is not actually dependent on whether the enemy shoots your tire, ironically. So any projectile, any bullet that hits the vehicle you're driving or hits any vehicle has a percentage chance of popping any one of its 4 tires. So an enemy could shoot my front windshield and my back tire would go. It's so weird.
What a stupid change, by the way. That's one of the worst things that they changed for these games.
Right, it's
What were they
so
thinking?
weird. Why would you ever implement it? Like, essentially what that means is that anytime you go up against someone with an Uzi or an SMG, you're basically guaranteed to have your tires popped. And that continues for the rest of the game too, because not many missions give you like bulletproof tires or whatever. There are some in the early games, but like later on the game's like, haha, no, you should be used to this by now. Speaking of special properties like bulletproof, this vehicle has a special property. It's the heavy property, so watch this. Boink. Boink. So this vehicle is essentially considered like heavy, which is like the same class that is given to like actual like 16 wheelers and whatever. So any car that comes in our way, we can just boink. Oh, that guy was smart. He moved out of our way. But yeah, later on in the game, we're actually going to have this heavy property applied to an Infernus. So we're gonna drive an Infernus, but it's going to hit every other car like a truck, which is a really fun mission to do casually. However, in speedrunning, I must say, I have failed that mission a little too many times. Too much to admit. So here, we're going to do another thing for Martinez. So apparently Martinez was supposed to set up this meeting with one of his boys or whatever, but oh no, the corrupt army general. It was an ambush all along, and we have to fight our way out through it. This mission is also a little bit problematic. So if you saw that, okay, that's fine. There are people chasing us, and Phil, he has a gun. He was using his gun a few seconds ago, but when it comes to this vehicle chase, he instead uses the Molotovs. Problem with this is that he will throw the Molotov regardless of how close the enemy is. So the enemy could be right next to me, and he will throw a Molotov at both of us. Essentially what this means is that, yeah, like that. That didn't hit me, but imagine if he did the same thing while the enemy was right next to me. He would damage both of our cars. And it's usually Phil that throws this entire mission, because he just ends up killing both of us. Good thing that didn't happen this time, so yay. We are done with this mission. Okay, now here, I'm gonna wait for an audio cue. Okay. Cool. So what I was waiting there is I was waiting for the pager to come in before I actually death warp. So what happens when you do that is that there are two pagers that are supposed to play at this point in the game. One of them is a non-story pager, so it's just like for funsies or whatever. But for whatever reason, it has like a higher priority than the other one. The other one is the one that actually unlocks the next mission. And if you didn't see there, if you didn't catch that, it loaded both pagers at the same time. So usually you would have to wait for the pager to go back outside of the screen, and then wait a few seconds, wait for the pager to slowly come back, and then it would play the new message. But by death warping, when a page has already come in, it loads the next pager right after that, so you don't have to wait for that little cycle. So, well, very small detail, but it saves quite a bit of time. It saves around 10-15 seconds waiting for the pager to come in. Okay, so this is divorce. If you can't tell by the mission, we're going to make Louise ours and ours only by telling Martinez to go take a vacation. I take this Sanchez. Hopefully none of those guys chase after me. So he's basically kidnapped Louise, and he wants her to basically become a bad person, whatever, etc, etc. But we're gonna stand here. We're gonna save her. I'm gonna wait for him to come close. Then I'm gonna launch one. Okay. I did a lot of damage to the car, though. I'm gonna stand here. Okay. So there's another thing with the tire pops. Because you kind of have to damage Marty to get it, get him to get out of the vehicle. You end up popping your own tires. So unfortunately, I have a front left tire pop here. However, it's okay because the front tires are usually good. It's only if I had a back tire pop that would actually be like a big problem. I just have to go really slow on the turns here, and we should be fine. But anyways, that's the reason why you don't see Marty in Vice City, because he's kind of gone. Very unfortunate. But yeah. So we go. Louise wants us to hide in a safe place, and by safe place she means like, I don't know, a 5-minute drive from our usual place. So if you remember from Vice City, this is kind of Phil's little yard or whatever. In this game, it's actually Louise's, remember? Brother, sister, so yeah, it all correlates, and this is kind of our house for the time being. We're gonna death warp again. Okay, and it takes 4 whole nades point blank to get us from 100 health to 0 health. Amazing. Oh, and also if you don't notice, the thing I picked up there, that's actually a bribe icon. So when you die and when you get busted, you have the opportunity to bribe back all of your weapons for a low price of $2,000. And unfortunately, like I said before, the game is really stingy on money in the beginning, so I have to be very careful not to waste my money on unwanted pay-in sprays, etc., etc. So I have enough money for death warps here, because I'm only left with $100 of change later on. So if I mess up here and lose my weapons, it'd be quite bad. That's not gonna happen, right? Surely not.
Let's go do something. I'm the man for the job. Shit needs doing. Come on. I'm the man for the job.
So this is where we have gotten rid of Marty, and we're gonna now start our own empire. So we recruit these two guys. Unfortunately, we recruit them and then abandon them immediately, but don't worry, they'll find their way back to us. And we're gonna go take over whatever's remained of his business sites. This being the first one. So this is the repo one that we did a couple of missions back. Anyways, this is the power of the shotgun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show you the power of the shotgun in the first few missions because manual aim was broken, but yeah, that's kind of how we're going to do things for a while, because the shotgun's going to be our primary weapon for, I'd say, like actually, after this, I don't think I use a shotgun at all. I'm also going to do something here. Cool. I'm also wasting my ammo here for this gun. You might think that's a little bit unnecessary, like why am I doing this? That's actually because in the next mission, if you have 0 ammo for your SMG slot weapon, the game gives you a better gun that shoots faster, does more damage, and it gives you 100 bullets off that gun. So because my bullet thing was below that, and this is a kind of a bad weapon, and for drive-bys and whatnot, I'm just going to shoot to get rid of my bullets, so the game gifts me a cooler weapon later on. There we go. And here's what you've all been waiting for, the main person in Vice City. We're gonna see our brother Lance Vance. He's gonna fly in from, actually don't know, where does he fly in from? Interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna lower my health so that I don't have to use as many nades to death warp later on. And we're waiting for the mission anyway. So this is Jive Drive, and here's Lance. He looks not like his I see, oh, that too. So because of the emulator thing there was a little bit of an audio bug. Sorry about that. But here's Lance. He looks a little bit dorky, not gonna lie. But don't worry, he has a glow up later on. So because of our recent events with the Cholos, they're really... Oh, that guy got out of his car. That's something I've never seen before. Nice. So they attack us right off the bat. And we're just gonna go around town. This is an auto scroller. Go shoot everyone. Yeah, pretty classic things. This mission seems simple, but because of the PSP aim mechanics, it's not as easy as you would imagine it to be. So yeah, it's going fine so far though. You can shoot these guys out of their vehicles. That's kind of a thing you can do in the games. Also here, watch this car. Boink. The leaping Cholo mobile. That's not I thought that was like an emulator thing, that the car just like leaps up into the air, but it happens on original hardware too, so developer oversight, I guess. Okay. I didn't kill that guy, but it's okay. Yeah, this is also another one of those missions that a lot of people struggle with casually. Yeah, and on PS2 you can't fine-tune the aim, so here I can sort of hold the L button. So this is normal aim and this is regular aim. But they took out that feature on the PS2, which is kind of weird. Weird design choice. I don't really know why they did that. Yeah, this is a Watch Mojo top 10 hardest missions in GTA.
You're never driving again.
And like I said, it gives us 100 ammo of this new Uzi, which is so much better. Gonna make quick work of these guys. Go back. Make quick work of these guys. I am almost dead. I took a little bit. Okay, Lance, please get in. Lance, please get into the car. Thank you. Okay, this is also another added negative for the Japanese version is, well, there are two actually that I didn't talk about. One is the normal censorship changes, so you can't target dead bodies, so your auto aim is kind of weird. After you shoot a target, your auto aim like cancels itself out, so that's like there's like a little bit of stutter there because the game's programmed that way. And another thing is increased chaos points. So on international we would only have 2 stars for this mission, but on Japanese we have 3 stars instead. The police gave me a little trouble, but it wasn't that bad. Anyways, this is Lance's new hotel that he's staying at. Very classy, very bougie. But we're gonna go see Louise. And this is the Cheetah, fastest vehicle in the game, I think. I don't really know which vehicles. I don't know the tier list for acceleration or whatever. Exactly. Crime is bad. So the next mission is also a little bit of a exploitee mission. It's also the fastest loading mission in the game, so watch this load time. Oh, mwah. Perfect. Anyways, we're going to abandon Louise because we don't actually need her. We're not going to do it the intended way. So in this mission, someone sets an arsonist sets our business on fire, and we're supposed to take a fire truck and put out those fires. However, that's slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in this fire truck, get immediately out. That cop, good thing that cop didn't seem to care that I stole that fire truck for a second. But and then we're going to drive to our safe house. And you might be wondering, why am I driving to the safe house? Well, in this game, or not in this game, in almost in every GTA game, I think, when you lose control of your character, it extinguishes all fires. This is to prevent you from like dying in cutscenes and whatnot. So as soon as we enter our safe house, it will automatically extinguish all the flames and we can progress to the next segment just like that. So we find out the arsonist is he's hiding from us at the top of this building. However, that's not going to matter to us because we're just going to go here and throw a well-timed nade, get into the car, and yeah, we're going to go. Alright, my health. Health will be a problem in this mission, so I should probably go get a health pickup from somewhere. I can get it at the hospital on my way back.
So who is this place?
This radio is free, and unless you pay for it, right now, it won't be much longer.
Okay, so Lance wants to drop by the Burger King here to get a quick snack. However, unfortunately, the place gets robbed, but we don't have time for that because we need to steal a car from an impound lot for one of Lance's friends. Unfortunately, when we exit the place, they think that we're stealing the place. Oh, what? And this... That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let me think what I'm gonna do. Okay, I have enough money to buy my weapons back now. Okay, there we go. There's the classic marathon. I have never seen that before. I can truly say I have never seen that before. That's a nice way to get busted. Well, we're gonna do it again. Yay!
So who is this player?
Interesting. On a scale of 1 to 8.3, how bad was that? 10. 10 because now now I don't have money to buy my weapons back after this mission, which is a problem. So now I'm gonna check back, make sure no cop is actually trying to bust me. That guy was running at me again. Yeah, see, that's what's supposed to happen. He's not supposed to follow you. That was very interesting. Oh well. Oh well. Look at the bright side, you don't need to heal anymore. It's true.
And Laszlo, shut up! Giving you a chance to make a move on a pair of tickets. Your chance in a dirty 30. That's 30 minutes, people. Stay tuned, stay on top, stay crazy, just like me. Vera!
Unfortunate.
Laszlo, if you don't shut up, you'll be the only intern I ever fired. Grow your hair. Put on a spandex.
Well, really, there was nothing I could do there. I mean, by the time I noticed, like, he was on screen, he was already going to bust me, because I have to also wait for Lance to get into the thing before taking off, before the engine starts or whatever. So it's kind of, like, unfortunate that that happened. Okay, now that really tilted me, but oh, also, you may notice I'm driving the wrong direction, don't worry. I'm not that tilted. You're supposed to go into the impound lot here. The intended way is to go through a bunch of stun jumps, but stun jumps are trigger slow-mo, and slow-mo is slow. This is a speed run. Good thing there's a conveniently placed flight of stairs right there. So we just jump off on that. And we're gonna steal this car. This car is filled with paracetamol. So Lance's friend, who sent us to steal this car, has been suffering from headaches recently. He wants his paracetamol, but the impound lot have impounded his car, and you may think that it's a little weird for an impound lot to be that heavily guarded, and your suspicions would be right. But we're gonna not talk about that for a little bit. Usually I would death warp after this mission, but because I have less than $2,000, I won't be able to get my weapons back. So instead I'm just gonna take the Sanchez and do the drive of shame. But we're not gonna do that for a while. If you notice on the map, we have another symbol. We have a U. Oh my god, who could that be? Any guesses, chat?
Possibly the worst chain of missions in this game. They
It
all
is
suck.
Umberto Robina. Yeah, I think that's his name. Right, all of Umberto's missions are innuendos. So here's the first one. Nice package. We're gonna keep track of them. We're gonna do all Umberto missions in a row. So in this mission, Umberto sets up a pseudo race. He doesn't trust us just yet. So he wants us to prove ourselves by participating in his race against other candidates too. Ooh. So he has a package all the way up north, and he wants us to collect it and deliver it to him while he is standing all the way south. So it's a classic north to south drive, which is in line with many of Vice City's missions. Honestly, I blame Vice City's linear map design for that. It's not really the developer's fault, but yeah. Anyways, we're racing a bunch of other Cholo cars. One of them is up in front. We don't actually have to be the first one to collect the package. If an enemy Cholo car comes and collects the package before us, our mission objective will change to then kill the guy and then take the package from him. But we were speedy, and this package has a very interesting shape. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of things in this game. There's going to be a lot of times when I say don't worry about it. And when I say that, I genuinely mean don't worry about it. Also, this car actually is bulletproof. So it's bulletproof and it has bulletproof tires. So I don't have to worry about popped missions for popped tires for one mission at least. The game goes a little easy on me for this. There's actually a reason for that. So if I had not gotten to the package first, I would have to kill someone to get their package. The first guy you kill will give you 2 stars. Any subsequent killing, either by you or your little homie that usually is in your car, but I abandoned him, would result in a star increase from there on. So kill one guy, 2 stars. Kill 2 guys, 3 stars. If you kill all 4 guys, guess what? You're gonna have to do the mission on 5 stars. Very interesting mission design. Okay. Actually, I can death warp. I have enough money now. They also gave this vehicle a lot of additional health, so one Molotov doesn't blow it up immediately. Oh, also that's also another difference I think with Vice City and VCS, is that Molotovs have this additional thing. So when you throw a Molotov, not only does it spread fire, but it also like implodes on impact. And if any vehicle is in that range when it hits the ground, it will blow up immediately. I think that's not there in Vice City, like regular Vice City. Anyway, second
Yeah, that's
innuendo.
not a thing in regular VC.
Right. Second innuendo, balls. Very nice. Also, this is, oh no, not this mission. So this mission, you have to go kill a bunch of cholos. However, these guys have the worst aim ever. Like I'm not joking. Okay, watch this. It's better to explain it than to it's better to show you than to explain it. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while if we sit around and do that. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to shoot, then I'm going to run them over. So yeah, usually what I do is I count how many people these guys have killed. So far there are 0 out of 3. Now it's a car, so usually for the cars I conserve ammo. I don't really have that much ammo to blow them up, so I go really close in order to compensate for these guys having terrible aim. I'm also gonna hit that pole apparently. Yeah, so they're not allowed to actually, like these Cholo cars, they're not allowed to leave this area. So as you can see that he kind of weirdly turned back. Yeah. So again there, I shot them. These guys didn't shoot them. So we are now 0 for 5. Okay, we're now 0 for 8. These guys have been worthless so far. You have 2 sets of enemies more. Get your predictions in. Do you think that they'll be able to kill one person? Come on. There we go. Very cool. I'm pretty sure I killed both of them there. So they're 0 for 10. Let's see. Can they get their redemption arc here? Can they redeem themselves by getting 1 kill? Nope. I had to kill all of them. Well, it is what it is. Innuendo number 3. Poppy, don't screech. Poppy, don't screech. That's the name of the mission. A very nice name of the mission. Oh, 1812's favorite mission. I think I get that reference, but not entirely. At least I hope I'm thinking of the right person. Oh no. Anyways, in this mission, we're going to have to drive Alberto, which is Umberto's dad. However, he has a little bit of a heart problem. So on the right, there's a stress meter. And if we drive too fast, his stress will go up. If we do a stunt jump and get some airtime, his stress will go up. If we crash into things, his stress will go up. If we leave the car, his stress will go up. And if we get shot at by the patrolling cholos here, his stress will go up. And if it goes up all the way, I'm not joking, he will have a heart attack in the car and die and fail the mission. So we're going to take a very specific route and not drive too fast and almost kill the run because I was too busy talking and not paying attention on the game. Kappa. And we're going to avoid all cholos.
Take it easy. My heart. Please. I don't have my medication. I don't feel too good.
This man is Alberto's father? Yes, it is. Anyways, we do that mission. Kind of a weird mission to put in there. We're gonna do the last Umberto mission.
My men are going to collect it.
So in this mission, we get rid of the Cholo gang entirely. So it's kind of in continuity with the story of Vice City, where instead of the Cholos, we eradicate all the Cholos in this mission. And I guess that sets up the settlement of the Haitian gang 2 years from now for the events of Vice City. And there's also another continuity thing. This factory here, or warehouse, or whatever it is it's like demolished in regular VC. We actually demolished it here. So it's actually Vic who blew up this building. And we set these explosives in the form of Umberto. We have a big Umberto balloon that goes kaboom. So yeah, that's a little present for the Cholos. Anyways, we're stealing all of their stuff. So we have these two guys that are loading up like ammo packages, I think. This is the Uzi grinding mission. So I'm just gonna every person in this mission drops an Uzi, or is it a machine pistol? I can't remember. I just call it the Uzi. But yeah, we're just gonna pick up them, get some ammo. Yeah. Oh, this okay, that's fine. So these two guys, there's one guy on the left and one guy on the right. The guy here next to me, this guy is a little bit more sturdy than the other guy. The other, if the Cholos get too close to them, they like put their hands up and like sort of like surrender type of thing. And obviously this is slow because they need to load all the packages up into the van in order to progress. The guy on the right is okay. So you see this Cholo is kind of shooting at me, but he's not startled. Oh, there we go. And just as I say that, two people shoot at him, but okay. We have another Cholo car, so this is a little bit of unfortunate RNG. Usually you don't have these many Cholo cars. This guy here, he gets shot a lot, usually, but in this case... Okay, we're gonna have another wave of Cholos, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, so fortunately it's quite a bit slower than usual. But yeah, mission is done. Almost. We still have to drive. Why is this guy so close? Okay. I don't know why. In this run, you know, I don't know. The pets just seem to run up to me and try to bust me slash, you know, throw me out of the car. A little bit too much. A little bit too hard. They're trying too hard. Okay, cool. So usually you get like you get a bunch of Cholo enemies that follow you, but seems like we got lucky in this case. We didn't have anyone. And yeah, in this cutscene, we blew up that building that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, cool stuff. And we're gonna say bye to Umberto. Bye, Umberto. You're not gonna see him. So this chain of missions went pretty good. It went fine. Slow, but fine. At least I didn't fail, right? I'm gonna stop by Louise, who has a bit of an emergency. So apparently the welfare man, which is like the family lawyer, I think, or like something like that, something along those lines, they're threatening to take away Louise's baby. Also, Louise has a baby, and I think it's the only appearance of a baby in like the entire GTA series. It appears in a few cutscenes. But anyways, the welfare man is trying to take away Louise's baby because she's been like a bad mother. And looking at the fact that how she just like jumps out of her house and goes on dates with Vic, I'm not surprised. But anyways, she sent 2 people to sort of kill the guy, but we don't want them to kill the guy, so instead, oh, don't get busted again. Oh, that's first thing. Don't get busted again. That was a little too close. Anyways, we're going to kill the attackers off ourselves, and we're going to politely ask the welfare man to leave Louise alone. And the way we do this is by ramming into him and putting an entire Uzi mag into the back of his car, but not killing him, just shooting him a little bit. And that's the mission. Okay, and now we're gonna meet Lance's friend from all those missions ago that had us steal that car from the impound lot. His name is Forbes, and he's actually based off one of the characters in Miami Vice. So if you look at his outfit, if you've ever watched the movie, it seems very familiar. I think it's even Lance's character is based off of the guy in Miami Vice, I think. Don't quote me on that though. I haven't actually watched the movie myself, so yeah. Anyways, this is Forbes, and he has another sort of errand for us. So we're gonna steal a van full of paracetamol. As you know, he's in the drug business, and by drug, the only drug around here is paracetamol. And it's currently under the police's surveillance. So Lance and Forbes come up with a genius idea to drive this white van, which is identical to the van that they have at the police station, or not the police station, but like the police's warehouse. And we drive in, and then we get into the real van filled with paracetamol, but Vic stays in this fake van, and then we drive out in the fake van acting as a decoy, and the police think that we are escaping with a van filled with bad drugs. And by drugs I mean paracetamol. And in this mission, so you basically just have to be chased around by the police for a while. And yeah, it's another one of those auto-scrollery missions, so it's gonna take some time, but it's fine. So here's the police yard. I'm gonna go in, and here's our van. Those guys are sitting in the real van. We are the decoy. We're gonna go out, and we're gonna get 3 stars. The police are not gonna be happy with us. There it is.
Breaker, what's your 20? For Christ's sake, Sled, speak English. Yeah. We're on our way. Keep the cops busy.
Yep. And we're just going to have to keep this wanted level until Forbes and Lance get away with the real van. Oh. Please don't pit maneuver me, thank you. I'm gonna close my door so I don't get ultra cop. Okay. Don't get busted either. So I can't get rid of my wanted stars completely by driving into the pay and spray, but I can collect this bribe star here, which will turn it into a 2-star wanted level, which will make it a little bit easier for me. So now they'll become less aggressive and they won't actually like try to like pit maneuver me or whatever. And we're gonna drive into... Ooh, okay. I'm gonna drive into this little area. Usually the police pathfinding isn't good enough to follow us into here, so yeah. We just be left alone. There's another bribe star here too. I'm gonna wait for a while and then we're gonna pick it up. So we're just gonna sit around here for 2 minutes. Enjoy some music while we're at it.
Keep going, Vic. We're almost there.
Want me to talk some charity stuff while we wait?
Sure. Go ahead.
Cool. So, as a reminder, we are raising money for Save the Children on Giving Tuesday. Even though it's Friday, it's a whole. I think it's like goes on for 2 weeks. So, not just a one-day event. We're here all week as part of Giving Tuesday, raising money for kids less fortunate than ourselves. And not only direct donations that come through are going through straight to Save the Children, but also anything from Twitch. So if you have like a spare Prime sub or some bits left over and you want to throw them towards charity, you're more than welcome to do so. I'll be donating it all at the end of the week. And I did have a look on my Twitch dashboard on my analytics today, and it's already up to a couple of hundred already. So it'll make a big difference in the final total. We are well on our way to $1,000 raised, and once we hit that, we will get to our second milestone, which is actually a GTA Titan Andreas closed beta stream that will happen next week. So thank you to everyone who's contributed so far, including Liquid Wi-Fi, who came in and raided earlier during the rerun. So big shout outs to him for bringing his community in. If there's any of you left over, I know it's been a few hours. And then we also got BLT coming back in again with 100 bits. Thank you so much. And Gogsy, who just subbed. Thank you, Gogsy. Shout out to you, my friend. So yes, thank you to everyone who's supported so far. We're well on our way to 1K.
Awesome. So, you didn't catch that. We find out that Forbes is actually an undercover DEA agent, and we kidnapped him because Lance wanted to, I guess, or something like that. I think the rationale behind it is that Lance thinks that he, as a police officer, has a lot of information about trades that are happening into the city. So that's why we're keeping him around for a bit. But anyways, since we got rid of the Cholos, the game designers want to introduce us to the other gangs that will sort of replace them. So they do this in a series of 2 missions, for both Forbes missions actually. So in this mission, we get introduced to the Shark Gang. So where Lance is going to set up a little deal with the sharks. He's going to meet them at this pier. We can't get too close because if we do, we spook the shark guy. So I'm just going to stand a bit far away. Unfortunately, it goes south, like usual. So now Lance is being kidnapped. So in the earlier mission, Lance was doing the kidnapping, but now he's being kidnapped, and we got to go save him. So this is another chase sequence, but it's not as bad. We can drive directly to where they're supposed to go, and that will sort of like just automatically put us into the next phase. But anyways, the boat is kind of fast anyways, so it's not gonna matter too much unless like I crash here or anything. But yeah, the mission does say at the bottom, if you can see, it's like, oh no, you're gonna let them get away, you know, chase them, whatever. But it's fine. Yeah, just like that, it's going to go into the next phase of the mission. And yeah, it's at the cargo ship for some reason. This is their base of operations. Kind of weird, but yeah.
pointing at
We get this guy, and we see Lance tied down there, so we're gonna jump in and save him.
you. Know the
I'm not gonna use my shotgun here, because if I use my shotgun, I would unfortunately hit Lance as well.
thought this guy
And I've definitely not failed a mission like that. Definitely didn't. Oh yeah, the Comet. Comet is pretty fast in this game.
sharks bite, fool.
This subplot is pretty rushed, to be honest. They didn't give it any time to develop. Right, I'd agree with you. In fact, if you look at the game's files, there's actually one cut Forbes mission. So, you know, it's kind of weird how you have one mission for Forbes, and in the very next mission, he betrays you. So I think they were planning to do a little bit more with his character there, but then it got cut, maybe due to, you know, time limitations and whatnot. So anyways, we're gonna pick up a few paracetamol deliveries that are stashed around on this cargo ship. And as you can see, thanks to the Japanese version, we're basically not going to take any damage. So just for reference, if you can see the damage I've taken up until now, if this was the international version, right here, I would have died. That's how bad it is. Right here, I would be dead by now. But in Japanese, I've not even lost. I've lost like a little bit more than half of my armor, let alone my entire armor and my entire health. Anyways, that's the mission. You keep the Comet after the mission, which is pretty nice. I like this car. Yeah, we're gonna go back to Forbes, I guess. We save Lance, save the day. Cool stuff. Ooh. Okay, I hit that cop, but it didn't trigger a wanted level. I think that happens because the windshield also breaks. I've noticed that whenever the windshield breaks and you hit a cop, there's a good chance that it wouldn't trigger a wanted level. Kind of wonky how that works, but yeah. Okay, so this is the second gang that we get introduced to, that being the bikers. So, like last time, Forbes gives us some misinformation about the bikers, saying that they have a deal, whatever. And we're gonna go check it out at their party. Or at their bar, or whatever this is. I'm gonna shoot the guys outside, because it's going to go bad very quick, you know, like it always does. And we're gonna be attacked by these guys. I'm gonna kill them really easily, so I'm gonna kill these guys too. So these guys kind of hide behind the counter, and if you would just use the auto aim, you wouldn't be able to target them. So I use the manual aim here instead. And there we get out. So I killed those guys. I did a drive-by on the guys outside, but I left one enemy alive, and I kind of like ran him over. That's actually intentional. Again, because of Japanese and how the chaos system works, the chaos points, if I were to just kill all of them at once with a drive-by, I would have 2 stars by now. But because I drove by like all of them but one, and I just ran over the other guy, it's just barely enough to keep me below that 2-star threshold. So save a bit of time there.
I know there was something.
Right, and also Forbes drops an MP5, which is a really good gun. It's a submachine gun, but it's more in line with it'll probably compete even with the ARs. So we pick it up. Hopefully I get to keep it the entire run. In practice, I think I accidentally picked up a normal SMG, which is kind of unfortunate. So I lost a bit of time with that. Hopefully I don't do that, right? Copium. So now we're gonna go to the airport with Lance, and we're gonna... What are we gonna do? So there's a snitch, right? This mission is called Snitch Hitch. There's a snitch who's getting out of the game, and he's willing to give us the information. Is going to willing. He's blah, blah, blah. He's going to give us information on some of the deals that are happening, some major deals. We're gonna race to the airport and go see what information this guy has. Time of day is a little bit weird because I did fail the mission, or I didn't fail the mission. I mean, I did fail the mission. I got busted back there. So usually it would be daytime by now, but it's nighttime here. Kind of throwing me off, but yeah. Anyways, apparently we were beaten by the sharks, who are also want information, I guess. So now instead, we're going to go pay a visit to the sharks. Oops.
Or as an alternative to that, you know, you could just bring some gasoline, set some on fire.
Right. So this mission is the mission that you can only dupe on Japanese. You can't dupe this on international.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Where's my file, you mother suckers?
Also, this is a mega jump. So we do a little mega jump here. That was not a good mega jump, but there we go. That was a little bit better.
Yup, next stop, cemetery. Let's
And we death warp after this mission. Cool. And now we're on to the last mission of Act 2. So we're coming in. Also, this game is split into 3 acts. So Act 1 is from basically the start of the game till when we actually build our criminal empire. And it's roughly about like 45 minutes. This act should be roughly about 40 minutes, but because I failed, I'd say like it will be like 45-ish. And the next act, Act 3, is 2.5 hours long. So they definitely didn't plan it out very good. Most of the missions fall under the Act 3 banner, which is interesting. But yeah. And after this mission, we will finally unlock the next island, so we get to drive around Vice Beach after this mission. From zero to hero, using the information from the snitch that we retrieved in the last mission, we find out that there's a major deal, a major shipment of paracetamol coming into Vice City.
bringing in that big ass shipment Forbes was rapping about. We're gonna rip it off.
And as Lance just explained there, apparently it's Martinez, the corrupt army officer from who's being messing with us. So as payback, we're gonna go and steal his shipment and sell it off as our own.
Again? How many times?
This car, the Sentinel, really doesn't like to turn. It has a crazy amount of understeer. Oh, and I'm driving the wrong way. Oops. That's embarrassing. I was trying to dodge traffic and I ended up going the wrong way. Oh well.
I'll take a look and see what's happening.
Also, after this mission, I want to be able to death warp instantly. So what I'm going to do is that here, I'm going to throw a bunch of Molotovs and try to get my health below 50%. That should be good enough.
It's okay. Taking light turns me on.
I'm gonna stand on this box so I get a little bit of leverage and I can just shoot everyone like that. We'll select the Molotovs and now we can progress with the mission. I'm gonna death warp instantly. Cool. That seemed quick, but it might have been too fast. Let's see if I did the thing. Or is this all? Oh no. Okay, so I think that was too fast. I death warped too fast, which is unfortunate. That can also happen. So usually what happens is that this building here is not under construction. Instead, you can just walk up to it and buy it. But yeah, I was a little too speedy in death warping there. So we're not gonna get that. Instead, we're gonna get this little property here. Right, the reason why I'm getting these Empire sites is because some of the missions going forward have prerequisites, so you're supposed to have X amount of Empires in order to start the mission. Currently, in the start of the game we get 3, and for the upcoming mission we need 5. So I basically need to take over 2 Empires by the time I get to that mission.
Don't make me nervous.
So that's our first property. And we're gonna go do the mission. Or do a mission. And I'll get the other Empire site after.
Hey, Vic.
I used to hate myself for what happened. Now I merely hate myself. That's progress.
So I'm gonna put some tunes here. This is a very long mission.
Z-list movie over at the mall. They only let him shoot at night.
It's kind of one of the more boring missions in the game. We're gonna see zombies in this mission, by the way. Yeah, like I said, don't worry about it.
Of evacuation, Vice City finally breathes a sigh of relief today as meteorologists
And yeah, we're finally on Vice Beach.
bypassed the state without incident. All bridges to Ocean Beach and Vice Point have now been reopened, and flights to and from Escobar International Airport have recommenced. VNN, where good news is no news.
This ain't no movie, and this ain't no kid's story.
And here are the zombies I was talking about. Ooh, very spooky.
Yes, it's that time.
So yeah, this is, again, an auto-scroller. You just have to wait here, shoot a bunch of zombies for like,
No one's gonna miss you.
well, I think this segment is like, what, a minute and a half, and then the next one is like another minute. So yeah, we don't really do anything in this mission other than just sitting around and shooting people. Yay. It's a nice change of pace, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll fight.
That's a wrap. And action. Knock him on his ass.
Is it time for more hurting already?
The objective here is to not let these guys enter the store for reasons. So we're just gonna slice them up like this.
Ho hum, another scrap.
Also, chat, watch this, okay? I'm gonna crip walk. Watch this. Wait, rate it. Oops, I did the wrong input. Wait, let me just get. Okay, wait, here we go again. Okay, I didn't do it properly. I'm gonna fail this mission if I keep doing that. Hello, please kill him. Please kill him.
Me fight.
There we go.
That's a wrap.
Yes, so if I go too far away from that store, zombies would spawn in that store. Oh, we got the thing! There. I love when that happens. You know when you drive to the mall and then your bike randomly gets sucked into the road, and then 2 seconds later the road spits it out? Yeah, love when that happens. And that's actually why we switched to the PCJ. So if you notice, we started off with Lance's Infernus, but we switched to the PCJ because the same thing can happen to the Infernus, where it's just upside down. So you do this really long segment for like 6 minutes, and then when you spawn out of the mall, there's just an Infernus that is upside down on fire that will blow up and kill Lance. And then you have to do the entire mission all over again if that happens, which is very fun. And this mission doesn't have any checkpoints, which is interesting. Oops. Okay, good thing I didn't go into the marker. I kind of want my manual aim. Okay, there's the mission. Okay, so now I have to go take over that Empire site that I was talking about before that I didn't get. Yep. But we have to wait for pagers anyways, so I think it's like 2 or 3 pagers that are supposed to come in here. So we'll just like wait for them. I'll get this one later. I'll get this one, yeah.
Profile steps up a notch as interglobal
Cool. Oh, they're already shooting at me. Very nice.
Unlucky for you, I like killing scumbags. It's metal, it hurts, and it's pointing at
I'm gonna grab his ammo. Kind of running low here. And I would rather not lose this gun.
turns me on. Gonna survive? I doubt.
Okay, what is this? Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. I don't know the layouts very well. Oh, okay, just a small segment here. Cool, so we buy that, and we're going to go on our way. We should get a pager from Lance. There we go.
shooting a series of action-packed commercials on our streets over the next few weeks.
Punk-ass bitch.
Okay.
The studio about to wrap filming on their zombie movie
That guy just swerved into me. Very epic.
for disturbances to the normal flow of city life caused by their work. VNN. Switch off before you switch on.
And we're gonna go do Blitzkrieg. So in this mission, we actually require 5 empires because our empire sites get attacked. So we're gonna go defend it really quick. Lance is already there, sort of guarding against the first wave of enemies. We're gonna go there in a bit. First, we're gonna make a quick stop at ammunition. I'm gonna get a bit of SMG ammo and an AK.
Pack commercials on our streets over the next few weeks. The studio about to wrap filming on their zombie movie.
Oops, I didn't mean to jump out, but okay, it works. And yeah, so the people that we stole the shipment from, it turns out to be that Martinez was just the middleman. He was just the transporter of the goods. The actual goods are owned by the Mendez brothers, which is this really big cartel. So they were not very happy that we have ripped them off and stolen their packages. So they're attacking all of our businesses, and we have to defend against it, of course. Usually Lance is a bit more helpful when it comes to, you know, attacking. Usually he takes that side and I take this side. Doesn't seem to be the case here. Yeah. We're done with this mission and we can go to the next. On to the next.
Profile steps up a notch as Interglobal Film Studios begin shooting a series of action-packed commercials on our streets over the next few weeks. The studio, about to wrap filming on their zombie movie epic, Mall Munchers, has apologized for disturbances to the normal flow of city life caused by their work. VNN. Switch off before you switch on.
Bobcat Jam. So, what we're gonna do now is, remember the people that attacked us in the last mission? Well, they want a little coffee chat, so we're gonna come up to their mansion. Now, these are another antagonists, the Mendez brothers. But for now, we're gonna work with them. So, what happens in this mission is that Lance says that it's actually Martinez who ripped them off and not us. And the Mendez brothers are, well, oh well, prove it. And our way of proving it is, can I get a vehicle, please? Thank you. I would like your vehicle, thank you. Our way of proving that is that what Lance's genius plan is that we're going to take a few snaps of Martinez and we're going to Photoshop them onto Forbes's ID. So remember the undercover DEA agent a while back? We have his ID and we're going to quickly Photoshop his face, Martinez's face, on his ID. And then we're going to tell the Mendez brothers that, oh well, it was him. Look at him. He's an undercover DEA agent. Totally was not us. Definitely not. Exactly. Photoshop in 1984. So here's Martinez, and he's with the... I think that's also a DEA agent. Anyways, we're going to tail them. This cheetah takes a very weird path. It goes all the way around, and then comes onto this road again at the end of it. So just gonna wait here, and we're gonna tail them for a while.
scabs on my knees.
Tony and Terry, it's a flash morning zoo, but it like lasts all day. And don't feed Terry, she's a baboon or an elephant.
That's right, whore. We're so crazy. I'm crazy. Are you crazy, Ty?
So crazy, I think I need a water fountain or an Indian to throw around. Ring your bell, rock your boat, send a self-addressed Morse code message to your slacks. This is Flash taking you through the day and night. Here's another great tune.
So we're gonna stop here really quick and take another photo of Martinez, just like that. And unfortunately, he spots us, so he doesn't recognize that it's, you know, Vic, right? Because if he would, it would be a little weird. But he's supposed to be under, what's it called? I can't remember the word now. Oh no. What's it when criminals admit to their thing and then they get like a new identity? Witness protection, there we go. Okay, so because of his antics with the police missiles on the bridge and whatever, he is now under the witness protection program. So when we took a photo of him, the police aren't very happy. So it gives us 4 stars. Luckily we get away quickly, spray paint our PCJ and we're move on. But yes. And now we're off to the printworks, where Lance will be doing his photo editing skills.
Photos.
And there we go. So, now that we've gained the trust of the Mendez brothers, we're going to do some work for them. So now we also have Mendez missions. If you're wondering what the R on the map is, the R on the map is another character, Rennie. So I think Rennie appears in, is it LCS or is it GTA 3? But she appears there as a radio host. Whereas here we get to see the actual Rennie model and everything. And yeah, she gives us the missions too, but we're gonna do them later. First we're gonna do Mendez's missions.
Take your music anywhere. It never skips or scratches, just rips, tears, or melts. Our unique low financing offer gives you the future today.
Life is random. Religion is for the weak. I could be killed tomorrow. This woman right here could sit on me with her.
Hostile takeover. So we're gonna go take over a business site, but for some reason we take over a business site and it's basically a mission. Like I don't get this mission design. It's kind of like they just threw in one because like lower reasons. But yeah, it's due to lore reasons. So we just take over a business site basically, but like they made it a mission because for the lore they wanted us to have a connection to the Mendez brothers, and this is their sort of thing. So they want a new operation here as a distribution center, and we're going to run that in this building right here.
The name's Vic. Say goodbye.
So yeah, there's a bunch of enemies that spawn. Unfortunately, this guy's kind of covered by that car. I don't know.
Bye-bye.
We'll pick up this AK ammo. Oops, killed a random pedestrian. Sorry, dude.
Another
And this should be the last guy. Oh, not the cop. Thank you. There you go. Okay, I didn't get all of them, but I got most of them. Usually you can get all of them but one with the AK. So we're now gonna follow them, kill the remaining escapees. There we go, just like that. Pretty clean, and we go on. Cool, now we're gonna go see Rennie. So she's at the film studio currently. This shark... Okay, so just a thing. Hope he doesn't attack me. Cool. Accidents will happen. Right, this is the mission that I was telling you with the Infernus and the heavy property. Very fun mission. So Rennie's at the film studio and she wants to run a bunch of commercials. This being the first one. And yeah, heavy property. So look at this. Boink. Bye bye. So not much about this mission. There's going to be a lot of someone let Michael Bay into the production room, because this mission is basically infernuses, high speeds, and a lot of explosions and stun jumps. We're gonna skip out on the last one, stun jumps, because stun jumps are slow. But yeah, we're still gonna get exploding vehicles here and there.
I want to talk about the beautiful mother. Not again. Many men found pregnant women attractive.
Yes, yes, but in the same way a car crash is sexy. But really, afterwards, all you are left with is a broken record.
Oop, that turned a little too much.
But what I do know is I am Maurice Chavez. This has been pressing issues, and I think we have shown that liberal debate is well
Turn here.
and living alive in America. Martin Graves.
Thank you. My closing statement.
No. Technologist and future serial killer. Towards Waverly.
So yeah, here's where you're supposed to do the stun jumps, but stun jumps is equal to slow, so we're just gonna take the... We're just gonna drive around them.
You dumb shit. I'm going into labor. Quick. Somebody do something.
Ay, Dios mío, what?
I have a robotic thing for this.
We need to explode a few cars, otherwise our action meter will run out and Rennie will fire us. And that has definitely not happened to me. I've definitely not failed this mission while on a good run. Okay. Please, okay. That was fine. Fine, it's fine. That was, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. You know, just a little bit of style points. And yeah, that's the mission. So now we're going from time trial. So you know that mission was fairly easy, fairly fun. Any casual player shouldn't have a problem with it. Maybe 1-2 retries because you flipped the Infernus, but yeah, you know, the difficulty curve of this game is pretty easy, you know? I mean, I don't know what these guys are talking about. So now we're gonna go into Totibo, a Lance mission. In this mission we get 5 stars. Yep. We go from time trial to having 5 stars. Very interesting game design. What happens here is, lore-wise, it's, oh no, the police are onto us. They've installed bugs in Lance's apartment and in various of our business sites, and they're collecting information against us, indicated by the bar on the right. And if the bar gets full, they have enough evidence to convict us and we fail a mission, I guess. So Vic here comes up with the Gigabrain 300 IQ idea. If these bugs are transmitting via the internet, why don't we shut down Vice City's entire internet connection? So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we stopped by ammunition, bought a rocket launcher, and now we're going to go and get rid of some of the Wi-Fi antennas that are set up around Vice City. And every time we do that, the police are not going to be very happy, and because we're taking away their internet. Oh no, what's going to happen? How will they stream to Twitch?
It's okay. Taking life turns me on.
So here's their 2 antennas. We destroy them, and we're gonna get into this helicopter. Unfortunately, this helicopter does not have a radio, so we're kind of just gonna sit here for a while. I believe LCS did not have helicopters, or at least they had helicopters in the game, but the player was not intended to use the helicopters. So when they made this game a year later, they went all out with the helicopter missions. And if you played the game, you know there's one helicopter mission in particular coming up. But yeah, a lot of missions just have the helicopter, and it's very slow. Like, if you've played like in comparison to Vice City, it's like 3 times slower or something. It's not ideal, but we need to use the helicopter for this mission because it is literally impossible if you try to do it the casual way and just drive around. So anyways, we snipe the last 2 antennas here and we move on. Hopefully they don't blow up my helicopter. So one guy shot at me, but it's okay. And yeah, now we have 5 stars and we have to get rid of it. If we were not in the air, I would say I would last around 20 seconds. As soon as there's a police barricade, my car is gone. There'll be 17 people shooting at me. One of those bullets is definitely going to pop my tires. Once the tires popped, I'm going to slow down, crash into a wall. They're going to still keep on shooting at me. They're going to try to bust me, and I'll probably fail the mission. So, good thing that they added helicopters, because I wouldn't be able to do this mission otherwise. Anyways, we're gonna stop here, get on this PCJ. They can still shoot at me and light my PCJ on fire. Didn't happen in this one, thankfully. And now we move on. There's a mission done. Oh, wait, I am driving the wrong way. Right, we have to do a Mendez mission. Cool. Good thing I didn't start the other mission. Unfriendly competition. So this is also one of the harder missions in this game. I have kind of low health, but it should be fine. Anyways, so we have a bunch of targets all around Vice City. I'm gonna rocket launch that. Oh, we missed one. Unfortunately, it's the worst guy. This guy's kind of stuck in the corner there. Usually you get all of them blown up by the rocket launcher, but unfortunately that guy I think I just missed that guy.
5 is like the new 40. Like, oh my god, you might die any moment. You're going right.
Flash FM.
Oops.
Totally awesome. That song makes me want to go back to therapy. As long as we keep it purely Fortean. Playing trumpet is very therapeutic.
Flash FM reminding you that gasoline and alcohol don't mix, so don't drink any gasoline. I tried it once when I was really desperate for a buzz.
Pop music, top 40 forever, Alan Parsons Project right here.
Okay, so now the second guy, while he doesn't have his army, he has a very interesting lineup of women here, and they're his bodyguards. So yeah, this is the bikini lady mission, or the bikini soldier mission, whatever you want to call it. You're intended only to kill 12 of these girls here, and you will, that's supposed to be, but it's like every frame, well, it's like every other frame, the girls actually count, so we end up killing way more than 12. I'm about to die, actually. Okay. Okay.
There's a bullet in here with your fucking name on it.
I should be okay. I'm just gonna rocket launcher that. Cool. I have to death warp after this mission anyway, so not concerned about health. Now, usually there's supposed to be a chase sequence where you chase that guy, but we can just get him with a well-placed Molotov and then death warp. Cool. Get our weapons back and we drive, and now we do Rennie missions. What mission is this? This is Colonel's Coke, right? And by Coke I mean Coca-Cola. So this is a reference to not the colonel of our army, the one we got kicked out of. It's actually Colonel Cortez from Vice City. We don't see him, but he is mentioned here. Instead, we see another recurring character from VC. It's Gonzalez. So we're gonna go meet him really quick. Before I do that though, in the film studio, there's a little weapon pickup right here. It's basically the LMG of this game. This one right here. Now we're gonna use it. It's a very OP. Whenever we get the opportunity, I'm gonna take that weapon pickup. Okay, maybe he's not a recurring character per se, but recurring as in he was seen in the earlier game.
Yeah, you know what? That's it. Murder shit is great. Fuck, burn people too. I don't care. That's how we want now. Any scrub before should do it, really.
So that's it. Everything you need for a successful trip into the wilderness.
Yeah.
We got boats.
Oh, also jet skis. There's jet skis in this game.
Are you Gonzalez?
That's Gonzalez. And this is another mission. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn my SFX audio down. There's going to be a lot of gunfire in this mission, and it's going to be very loud. So we're just going to enjoy some tunes.
I'd heart your ugly face getting run over.
Okay, let's go V-Rock.
106. They're both coming. Get them.
Yeah, so this is kind of the boring part of the run. You kind of just have to sit here in this helicopter and defend Gonzalez for a good 3 or 4, no, actually, a good 4 or 5 minutes. So go get hydrated, take care of yourself, because we're gonna be sitting here doing nothing for a while. Get some food, make some donations. You know, we need to raise that target. Get your donations in for the what was the incentive? Uh-oh.
As the host of this marathon, I agree.
So send a to us here at the station. We're outside of Vice City in Red Dig, Florida. That's what the transmitter is. And we'll mail you a V-Rock sticker, man.
What's the address?
Espantoso? Okay, cool. Right, Titan does say, right. Get your donations in if you want to see that.
It's not the only milestone that we have. We have 2 more later on. We've talked about me shaving my head all week. That's the final one. But there's also one I don't even know if I've mentioned, but if we get to 1500, so in between Titan Andreas and E-Bold becoming a thing, I also said I would do a definitive edition trilogy run on Nintendo Switch. On official Nintendo hardware, GTA trilogy. There you go. I have no idea how terrible the Switch port is a definitive edition. I imagine it's pretty terrible because it runs pretty shit on PC, never mind a handheld, but yeah. We'll see how fun in heavy quotations that is.
Ooh, okay. I don't think helicopters are supposed to do that. Go sideways, but sure. At least it didn't fall down and go kaboom.
Such a big fan of this mission, you were trying to do it twice.
Exactly. More content. Yay. I love driving in a helicopter from all the way north to all the way south. I wonder if there's any other helicopter missions in this game that have us do that, right? Surely not, right? Surely they get tired of us doing that a bunch of times and they feel pity for us. Right, and now we get to the part of the game where we find out why there's no mobile ports. The next mission, we're going to be introduced to a celebrity. Ooh. Interesting. Also, there's a perennial that can spawn there. I have seen the perennial spawn there before. It actually happened in practice, because I was able to get my health down way lower. Because 2 cars, you know. I don't know why that spawns there, though. It's kind of weird. The only time you see a perennial with Phil is in a truck stop. So I'm not sure how that works. Kill Phil. This is not Phil Cassidy. It's actually another Phil.
I got a special limo ordered. Let's go and get it, then pick up the boy. A special limo? Bulletproof? I'm not taking any chances, mate. This nutter means business.
Okay. Phil Bell? Not quite. Think 80s and think... Yeah, just think 80s music. Dr. Phil? No, not quite. There we go, someone finally got it. It's Phil Collins! Phil Collins is a part of this game, and people speculate that, you know, this game hasn't got a mobile port, because Rockstar can't afford the license to Phil Collins, and or doesn't want to. Which is very sad. So anyways, here's Phil Collins flying into Vice City for the first time, and in his first 10 seconds in Vice City, he gets jumped by a group of dudes. Luckily, we are a very good bodyguard, and we're just gonna take them out just like that.
Look, Barry, when I agree...
And now we're gonna take him to his hotel. So we're also a chauffeur. Now this mission can go badly. There's this bridge, the Bridge of Doom. There are no barricades on this bridge, so if a cop or an enemy hits me at full speed on that bridge, I'm basically going to go into the water.
This is VCPR. This is New World Order. I'm your host, Dwayne Thorne. I'm an American. Are you? If not, you don't deserve to own a radio. If, like me, you don't want a passport and consider Los Santos far too full of... The show for you. Too many shows have started off with no respect for politic persuasion. Doesn't need to see the world to have an opinion on it, and certainly doesn't need to meet foreigners to know they are up to no good.
The world is a beautiful place. Let's make sure it stays that way.
By controlling it properly. But how do we do that? Well, first, by one-sided diatribes on the airwaves, but also by remembering a lot of things aren't American, and that's sad. Here, children grow up happy, go to overfunded public schools where they can't pray, play ball in the street, then have a lemonade and some heavy betting. But the storybook childhood isn't so for millions of people in third world countries, like Europe. Bryce Parker, our special correspondent, has this special report on child prostitution in the Far East. Hello, Bryce.
Hello, Dwayne, Thailand. Temple of TNA. Many come to Bangkok to do just that. But in a crisis that is growing, according to experts on the subject, I see more than one...
We're gonna do a stun jump here, but we're gonna get off. And this is the quickest way to the golf course. Also the quickest way we can get in without losing our weapons. I'm gonna do a few mega jumps here. A bit faster than just outright running to the mission marker. There we go. We're gonna play golf with Gonzalez. Let's see if I fail golf. Okay, I didn't fail. Let's go. Cool. So there's a lot of input delay for whatever reason. On the Japanese version, there's just so much input delay between when you actually press the thing and when it actually counts. Also, there's an audio bug again. Oops, sorry about that. Anyways, we're going to do another mega jump here. Hopefully I get it. We didn't get it. Well, that's a shame. We're gonna do the swim of shame back to shore. Also, another reminder, we can swim in this game. Look at his amazing technique there. We're gonna do more missions for Gonzalez.
Ah, Vic, wasn't a famous movie from my country? Three Hills and a Tragedy? Perhaps you have seen it. A lot of people say I was going to be a star. And one day, you know something? I will be. Me, Hector Hernandez. Remember, the name is Hector. Mi nombre es Hector, mamita. Y yo soy un superstar.
In 1920, feminists fought together, and for the first time
Oops,
in American history were allowed
I was scratching an itch on my face, so I took my finger off the analog stick.
war. Women marched into the
And
factories
yeah, the tree was in my way.
tanks and tell homoerotic jokes. You've come so far. You need a real cigarette to last you on the journey. Athena 200s. With smaller cigarettes, it's almost over with as soon as you put it in your mouth. This
Version? I'm on 1.13.2. Oh my god, that was a big jump. Yikes. I jumped too far, actually. I'm not using the latest version of the emulator because I have crashed so many times on random missions. I mean, if I was crashing on any percent, it makes sense, right? But I was crashing in an NMG. So I switched over to earlier versions. And it seems a bit better. I wouldn't want a crash to happen here, but like, yeah, you do get like audio issues. A bit more frequent. Oops. Oh. I looked over at chat. Okay, so in this mission, Vic is a little bit tired. So the deal that we were supposed to do didn't go so well, and yeah, Vic is a little bit tired. He's been you know, working overtime for Gonzalez. Anyways, we find the people that ambushed our shipment back there, and we're going to... First I'm gonna run over these guys. Okay, cool. And now I'm gonna shoot the rest of them. No, don't kill that. Okay, kill this guy. I don't know why these guys are standing still. I don't know. So I want to make sure that I don't kill too many people here, because yeah, I would get 3 stars as opposed to 2 stars. Also, in this mission, the Vic swerves from left to right. So if you look now, you see this turning left. I'm not doing that. I'm not turning left. That's just the game. So whatever direction you last pointed the analog stick into, it will just continuously shift your entire momentum that way. So what I can do is to abuse this. I can look right, and I currently have it locked by holding the L button. And as soon as I release, it will move right. So I'm going to look right here, slow down, let go of my L key, and the game will automatically drive me right. And I'm just going to get through this entire mission like that. If I want to make small micro adjustments, I'll just spam my L button. So look left, go left, go here, look right, hold it, turn right, and yeah, just driving very optimally. Cool. Okay, that was a good drive. We're gonna go see Lance. So it's been a while since we've seen Lance. We're gonna pop in and say hi. Anyways, Lance has been busy running the Mendez's cartel, because now we're also in their operation. However, we have been informed that there have been leaks in the shipment. So from somewhere along the supply chain, someone has been siphoning out a bit of the product, and the Mendez brothers have been getting you know, they're being someone skimming off the top, not getting their fair share, and they're wondering where it's coming from. So we go consult with Lance, and Lance, using his very psychological abilities, tells us that it's the bikers. You know, Lance has just been practicing his telepathy, and he just knows everything. So we're going to go to the bikers and try to see what they're up to.
You're experiencing radio history. Call your neighbors and tell them to turn on their radios. The V-Rock Vulture's in heat, and the nest here at the top of the V-Rock building is gonna be set on fire. Yeah! We're gonna pick up some sluts, hot sluts with guts, heavy metal concert in a stretch limo. You wouldn't know what to do with a slut, would you, Laszlo?
I've seen plenty of sluts.
Translation, virgin. Let's rock it!
So there's two bars on the left. One of them is a damage meter for our helicopter, and the other is a balance meter. So you can see as I tilt the helicopter, Lance loses his balance, and when I bring it upright, Lance gains his balance again. And he's only able to shoot if he has his balance, and he'll shoot more accurately the more balance we give him. So another like pretty unnecessary feature, I'd say, but yeah, just there. I don't think there's a few other missions in which this balance meter comes into play. I don't know if any other GTAs implement a similar mechanic. So we're here at the construction site, which is also the bikers' base of operation. We're gonna take them out. Okay. I was being very careful there, trying not to hit this crane here. Helicopters in this game are very fragile, and yeah, if the spinny things of the helicopter even touches the building for like 2 seconds, I will fail the mission because the damage meter just goes up like by a lot. It's like 2 seconds is enough to entirely fail the mission. So unfortunately they shot down their helicopter, and Lance took a pretty hefty fall. We're gonna see if Lance is doing okay or not. I'm gonna pick up this Molotovs here. Oops, I did not this gun. There we go. And now Lance is okay, and he's got himself a new vehicle. He's borrowed the biker's angel. So now at his apartment, both a white Infernus would spawn, and as well as the biker angel, which is actually a pretty fast bike. I mega jump too far. The Lance Vance dance, everybody. So yeah, we find out that the person who's been siphoning the merchandise of the Mendes brothers is none other than Lance himself, and he was trying to BS us into thinking that it was the bikers in the previous mission. However, he redeems himself. He makes a New Year's resolution on the spot and decides to give up whatever drugs he was using all at once. So he's tossing them out of his helicopter onto the streets. However, it's not his product, it's the Mendes brothers. So we have to go into this hoverboard or hovercraft and go and collect it. So another auto scroller. Yay! Also, this hovercraft is really hard to control. It kind of likes to do this thing. Also, I don't want to destroy my hovercraft. I'm gonna wait for a bit, and I'm gonna go full speed on this jump. If I didn't do this, I'll just like fail the mission. Anyways, I'll show you how the hoverboard controls. Okay, so here. Yeah, and that's what happens when you turn. So you have to go very carefully. Don't miss the package. Okay, and we're almost done with this mission. One more package and that's it. There we go. So you guys can wake up now. We're going to do some actual exciting missions. The glare in this game is a lot, by the way. So in this mission, we get a call from Louise saying that she's in trouble because Martinez's men have been attacking her, or at least following her. And she's at the burger joint in Little Haiti. We're gonna drive there and check up on her. And here I'm going to park in a specific way. I'm going to block my driver's side door before I enter this marker. There we go. And while that does, there's actually 3 people that spawn on the ground. And if I hadn't covered my driver's side door, they will break the door off and then pull me out of the car. But because they only broke the passenger sides, because that's the only one that they could access, we don't get pulled out of the car. So, saves a little bit of time. And yeah, Luis has been kidnapped. Oh no. This is the classic 3 formula in the GTA games. The first location you go to will have a 0% chance of Luis being there. And yeah, the game flips a coin and it's a 50-50. So we're gonna just enter this area, shoot these guys. Luis is not there. Let's see if Lady Luck is on our side. Will we get lucky? Nope. Nope. Of course not. Oh well. Now we have to drive all the way to the other area where she can spawn and save her.
That's what fancy foreign religions will do to you, listeners. Thanks to my religion, I am a peace-loving, God-fearing American.
Okay. Sure.
This train stops here.
How kind of him to help me off my bike there.
Luis!
And Louise has been wounded badly. We have to take her to the hospital.
Hey, everything's gonna be okay.
Dick, I knew you'd come. I think I need a doctor.
I need some help.
How Kill Phil Part 2. There's another bit of RNG here. The game likes to give me a car sometimes it doesn't. Looks like we were lucky this time. Yay. And the game actually gave me a car. And it's my favorite vehicle in this game, the Deluxo. Not the fastest, but really nice to drive, very satisfying. In this game at least. So, Phil Collins is set to perform a concert in Vice City, and we have to go and make sure his rehearsal today goes all according to plan, and there's no hiccups, and there's no assassins at sight. So we're at the stadium where he'll perform, and we're just gonna stop here and go up the stairs. Oh, mega jump here. Oops. Well, didn't quite work. Didn't quite mega jump. Okay, that was okay. Oh, and what do you know? There are assassins on site. So now we have to go clear the area of any assassins. There's one guy there. And there's a few areas on the map that we have to check. So here's our first one.
Bye-bye.
Oh, also the bike. If you lean forward on the bike, for whatever reason, you get like infinite momentum. So I'm not even pedaling. I'm just going to lean forward and I just gain so much speed.
What? Take him down! My lead.
There we go. So in this next part, there are no enemies, but there's a health pickup. I'm doing a little bad on health, so I'm gonna go pick it up. Actually, pick it up, please. Thank you. And here's our last group of enemies.
Hey, mortuary meat.
yeah, we're gonna go check the basement, see what's going on. And there are gonna be more enemies there, but not only that, they planted a bomb. Yeah. Gonna mega jump here so we get to this group a bit faster.
Come on! Take him! Freeze! I got him! That looks very neat.
Well, that's the mission. So we're gonna wait a while. Now we're gonna throw a Molotov to Death Warp. You have to wait a while there, because after this mission, there's like a mission cleanup script that plays that gets rid of like the interior world and whatever. And if that plays while I throw a Molotov, the game will also delete my Molotov. And now it's everyone's favorite mission. It's time for that mission. So, High Wire. How do I explain this mission? I'm thinking about it. Let's just say, imagine, actually don't know. I'm a little bit speechless when it comes to this mission. Best mission in the game, yes, definitely. So,
It's up and away, but without the fun part.
okay, High Wire. So, we're gonna drive this very slow helicopter that has a magnet attached to the bottom. We're gonna get a shipping container, pick it up from the impound lot, all the way on the other side of the island, and then we're gonna drive all the way to the west of the island and deliver it there. So here's a container that we have to pick up with our magnet. I just about missed it. Well, the magnet didn't stick, so let's try again. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately the container that we're carrying is also heavy, so it slows down the helicopter as well. So this already slow helicopter is even more slow. But yeah, we're going to put the package down here, and surely that will be done with the mission, right? Nice spin on the package there. Oh no, there's another segment to this mission. Now we have to drive from the most western point on this island, and we have to go and fly to the easternmost point of this island, and now we have to get another container that is on top of a moving van. And we have to do that before that said vehicle reaches the police station. So a little bit more difficult than when we had to pick up the package that was completely still.
I'm the futuristic synthesizer-driven soundtrack to androgyny. Androgyny. I'm the Wave 103.
But what I do is I'd usually just stay here. There's a truck with the container. I'm gonna position myself to the right. Go up. This guy usually debates. Yeah, look at that. He usually debates and like at the last second switches to the left lane. I was prepared for him this time. Yeah. There we go. We got that package. Went a little bit smoother than the last package. Or container rather, not package, sorry. But yeah, now we just have to fly again. Very slow heli. All the way back from the easternmost point of this island to the westernmost point of this island, and then we'll be done with the mission.
Nobody can steal it now. Even if they take your whole car, your stereo is safe. In stock, ready to fit. The future is Fast Forward. The future is yours if you can handle it. Stop by Fast Forward in vehicle audio today.
This next portion of the show is brought to you by Synth & Son, certainly my favorite place for buying electronics equipment.
And finally, we place down the container here.
The divine battle of positive.
Señor, please, help me. The bikers are after me. I can't get away. Ay, madre Dios.
Oh no, there's another segment to this mission. Now the game wants us to fly from the most eastern point of this island. Sorry, the most, is it east? No, the most western point of this island. And we have to go to the most eastern point of the other island. Do you guys see how it's different? In the second segment, we went to the most eastern point of this island. But in this one, we do the same thing, but like, you know, a million miles away on the other island. Can you see how fun this mission is? Clueless. Oh, and guess what? This time it's not, we don't have to pick up a container. We don't have to pick up a container that is on a vehicle, but rather the entire vehicle itself, which is going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Very fast, difficult to chase. That too, we're gonna have to deal with traffic on the way. And he's being shot at by bikers. And there's a time limit again. He has taken quite a bit of damage already. And I haven't even gotten to the island yet. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I got this strat. Ooh. Okay, so we don't have to chase him around. Kind of just got him up there. And we can finish the mission really quick. So that was good. I'm happy I got that. If not all the other strats, I'm happy I got this strat. And there we go. So very hard mission, probably the hardest mission in the game to do casually. Other than the other ones. Like this one is like more mechanically, like you actually have to be like mechanically skilled using the helicopter in order to actually complete this mission. Whereas like some of the other hard missions, you can kind of like get lucky, and once you understand the mission, you can just do it in a few tries. But yeah, this one is a real challenge. And now we go see Diaz. Yay. drop him into the water. If only I could. Imagine the game. Yeah, nice one. Imagine the game told me to go back all the way to the other side of the other island. That would be funny. The ultimate troll. So anyways, we're doing missions for Diaz, and Lance is also at his place. So that's cool. Because things didn't go well with Gonzalez in his mission in the last mission that we did for him. I can't English right now. Now we're working for Diaz, and Diaz has a feud with Gonzalez. So in this mission, we're basically ripping off Gonzalez. But like, we don't work for him anymore, so it's okay. So we're gonna drive to pole position and be on the lookout for some of Gonzalez's goons. And what do you know it, there's them. So this mission can auto fail. I did practice this mission earlier and it failed. Oh my god, it happened again. Oh my god. Please get unstuck. Yeah, the same thing happened. Oh my god, okay, he got unstuck. Let's go. Okay, the same thing happened in practice, and he was just stuck there for like 20 seconds, and then the mission failsafe activated, and it automatically failed me. Thankfully, he got unstuck. Thank you for having 2 brain cells. Oh my god. Yeah, this game is not fair at all. This game is not fair. So many things can go wrong. Anyways, we're looking behind so no traffic spawns. And you know, he doesn't like get stuck on another vehicle or something. Another very long tailing mission that is kind of out of place. Like, I don't know why there's so many tailing missions, so many auto scrollers. Yeah, they just... Interesting game design, I guess. Yeah, I know I've been complaining about the game design a lot, but like... At least from my point of view, I think at least some of the points I'm making are valid.
When you put on a show so we don't have to play this game, you're allowed to bitch as much as you want.
Well, there we go. And yeah, well, you thought that was the end of the tailing section? No, there's another one. It's on jet skis. At least we get to showcase off VCS's incredible radio while we do this. Oh yeah, this guy can also bonk against that thing, and he did! Yeah, nice. And now he loses all his speed. So he's gonna go even slower now. And he takes a very roundabout turn. He goes all the way right, and then he goes all the way left, and then he finally decides, oh, he wants to go in that direction there. To that little pier. So anyways, we're gonna take this boat full of merchandise. This is, I believe this is the same boat that we no, actually no, wait, it's not. Anyways, it's another boat. And now we just steal it, and now we take it to Diaz. Those guys can actually like shoot at me, shoot at the boat and blow it up. I've seen it happen once, and I'm very glad it didn't happen here. But yeah, there's like 1,000 enemies there, and I really don't want to shoot at them. But I also don't want to fail the mission and have to do that entire sequence all over again. So yeah, a bit of a dilemma there. Yeah, but in most cases, just easier to take the risk and drive away and hope you're speedy enough. Okay, now this is the exchange. No, it's not the GTA 3 mission. It's VCS the exchange. So we have a little bit of paracetamol in the back of this truck, and we're going to sell it not to another gang, but we're going to sell it to the DEA themselves. And in return, they're going to give Diaz a bunch of weapons, I think. It's like guns and whatnot. So yeah. And all of this entire deal is happening at the back of Lance's old hotel. And surely, I mean, you know, when we do business deals with rival gangs and whatnot, you know, it tends to go wrong and we tend to get ambushed. But this time we're dealing with the police themselves, so surely nothing will go wrong with this deal. Surely. Okay, so we get ambushed by Gonzalez because he's not happy with what we did in the last mission. So we're gonna climb on top of this car and we're going to, boom, snipe this guy. Snipe this guy. But sniping is slow, so I'm gonna switch to the gun, kill this guy, switch to the AK, and now we're gonna kill all of those guys. Wait for this guy to peek. There we go. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, casually this mission is very hard, but we abuse some of this stuff. So usually the AK is not in range. In fact, none of the guns are usually in range to kill those targets. However, if you noticed, when I initially auto-aimed, it targeted onto my ally, the guy, you know, the guy in my car right now. It targeted onto him first, and then I switched my target to the other guys on the building. For whatever reason, when you auto-target onto an enemy initially and then switch targets, the radius to which you can switch targets is greater than if you were just try to aim at them when they're just, it's just them. So it increases the radius to which, you know, the auto target goes still. And yeah, and I can shoot all those guys with my AK as opposed to slowly sniping them and waiting for them to, you know, peek whenever they do. This driving part is also really hard casually. We take a bit of a scenic route, and in doing so, there's usually a guy that spawns, like there's supposed to be a guy that spawns on that bridge there, and he just loads some, like, he has an SMG and he just unloads onto the truck, usually causing the truck to explode, because they didn't give this truck any special property or any additional health. As you can see, it's already smoking. If that guy had spawned there, he probably would have blown up the truck, and I would have failed the mission. But anyways, that didn't happen today. And yeah, that's the mission. Oh. This guy's barely out of my range. Okay. There's like advertisements that play after that song on V-Rock, so I'm gonna switch it to Flash FM. Anyways, this is the last section of this mission, so we're almost done. Gonzalez is... Where is Gonzalez? Alright, I didn't explain the premise of this mission. So, Gonzalez signed a deal with Diaz, and now he agrees that whatever skimming of the top that he does with Colonel Cortez's coke, it will go straight to Diaz. Diaz will get most of the money. So, in return, we're going to protect him from the sharks, and he's going to go out of Vice City for a while. Yeah, this is actually a Gonzalez mission, even though it's the Diaz marker. And it starts at Diaz's house. I don't think I've ever failed during this, this flight section. I don't know if there's like a unique cutscene that plays or anything. Probably interesting to find out. I'm actually curious to find out if there is. And okay, now it's time for a Mendez mission. And you know, if you look at the map right now, there's only one mission marker, but as for 90% of the game, there was so many, right? And you know, whenever you encounter something like this, where there's just one mission marker, it kind of sets an ominous tone. So let's see what happens when we go do this mission for the Mendez brothers, shall we? Yeah, they barely do any damage to the plane, but you can still fail there. I mean, otherwise there's no point of having the damage meter.
Hold your breath, blow a kazoo. It's time for a commercial breakdown.
I wonder if there's I actually do want to know if there's any like unique cutscene that plays after that. Or if the plane just explodes. Burning bridges. So, oh no, it's almost like our rival gang, the Mendez brothers, that don't like us. So they kidnap us and they take us to this. I don't know what this is. What is this? It's like a little pipe plant or whatever. And they were planning on executing us here, but while doing that, they sort of cause a burst in the pipes, and there's fire in these pipes. So Lance is now stuck. This is a little skip that you can do. So I skipped that initial phase. There's another skip that we can do here. There we go. Nice. That's actually pretty hard to do. I'm glad I got it on the first try. Okay. We have to shoot these valves to relieve the pressure and free Lance. So this is the last one here. Yeah, we're not leaving you, Lance. Come on. And get on, and we go on with our day. Jet fuel tanks. Right. Jet fuels. Cool. That actually makes sense. Because it's near the airport and whatever. Okay, that guy just... Okay, thank you for stopping. Get on, please. Oh, this is also another difference between the international and Japanese version that I completely forgot about. So, over there, if you notice, I kind of, at the beginning of the mission, the game takes away all your weapons. And you kind of have to look back, and they're all there on the ground. Which is, again, like, it's like, how would a casual player know that they're supposed to look back when everything in the mission is telling them to go forward, to go free Lance? But if that wasn't worse enough, on the international version, the game doesn't even spawn back half of your weapons. So most of your weapons are actually don't spawn there. So it leaves you with I think only your pistol and your SMG. I think it takes away everything else. Maybe it leaves your AK. No, actually I don't think it leaves your AK. Also, I drove away from from this thing, and I came back here. So we need to have 7 empires in order to start the next mission. At the start of the game, we get 3. In the beginning of this act, I took over 2, so that's 5. In one of the Mendez missions, we get 1 empire, so 6. And this is our 7th here. I drove away and came back because there's a glitch for this, like this particular business site in general, where it's like the marker for the car. So the game gives you an indication like, oh, you can attack this business site, blow up this car, and it puts a big red arrow on top of the what's it called, the gang ranger, I think that car's called. But yeah, but sometimes if you don't like drive away, if you just like take a like just go right immediately, it doesn't spawn that marker in. So even if you blow up the car, it doesn't actually trigger the empire takeover. So for good measure, I usually just drive away and yeah, then it spawns in.
News just in. Chaos descended on
Blitzkrieg strikes again. So same concept as Blitzkrieg, except this time instead of defending 1 empire, we defend 3. And we actually defend 3 of the closest ones to us. So when we do the routing for this run, we make sure to get the 3 closest empires so that we don't have to spend a lot of time driving around on this mission. I'm gonna make a quick pit stop on ammunition, get some AK ammo, you know, just like I did in the first Blitzkrieg. This time Lance seems to be a little bit more helpful. He's actually taking them out, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna leave him to that. There we go. We took that guy out too, and only 1 car. So there's cars that spawn as well, along with their on-foot companions. Fortunately, this guy got himself stuck somewhere, so he's a little bit delayed. Also, this mission can soft lock, and I soft locked in practice. So hopefully it doesn't happen. That would really suck if I soft locked on this mission. In fact, Wolf Bloxer 06 was doing a hundo run for VCS. He was like 14 hours in, and he soft locked on this mission 14 hours into a hundo run. And when that happens, there's like no way out. The game basically makes you invincible and you can't move. So yeah, unfortunate. I used to think it's an emulator thing, but it's an actual hardware thing. This mission script, whatever runs when this mission plays. Oh, nice, and we got that glitch too. I didn't even notice. So those group of enemies there, they're supposed to be a car, but the car spawned incorrectly. So those guys got out. Let's see what happened to the car. Okay, so we get this guy. Let's see what happened to the car. Oh yes, it's completely blown up. Sure, man, that makes complete sense. So once when I was doing this mission, the ground basically ate half of the car. What is he doing? Hello? Bro's like rubbing dust off his shoulder. Bro, get into the car. Also, did you see how his vehicle, I mean not his vehicle, his character model kind of glitched out there? Yeah, if that happened to me while I was getting into the car, that's what causes a soft lock. So it's such a troll mission. Car spawn twice. Did it? I mean, I saw 2 cars there, I know, but like, why? Oh, that's slot 0. It might be. Yeah, I think you're right. But did I get another? Like, usually in that segment there, you get like 2 car spawns, right? Did I get one already? Or did it actually like just spawn 2 cars there? Actually, wait, I'm supposed to get another car spawn here. This third segment finished a little bit faster. Huh, interesting. Also, my Infernus was there, I completely forgot. But usually the Infernus is like completely totaled and has like 3 tires popped by the time you're done with this mission, so it's better to just take the set spawn Idaho.
Drug war brought Vice City to a standstill today after weeks of escalating violence amongst the criminal underworld finally came to a head. Why?
Okay, another very slow mission, very long mission. And another helicopter segment, yay!
Still today after weeks of escalating violence amongst the criminal underworld finally came to a head. Widespread conflict was witnessed across many districts as gangs fought each other to a standstill over the control of drug trafficking.
Hello, welcome. It is an emulated run. I am currently running on, I think, 4 times the rendering resolution. So yeah, enjoy the upscaled gameplay.
Do you have time for a quick donation?
Sure. Oh, what is that? Hello? Hello, what is this? Yeah, go go ahead.
I feel like I picked the perfect time to jump in there. I've never seen that before.
Bro's just hanging around. Yeah. Ah, jeez. I think
I'll
I've seen
tell you who
everything in this
else
run.
is hanging around. That's right. It's Reekout with $10. Thank you, Reekout. And Reekout says, I like charity. Me too. I like Eben's beard. Me too. I like gaming on Tuesdays without GTA bros. Me too, Reekout. Keep on going, lovely people. Thank you, Reekout. And that puts us to $800 raised, which is awesome. Thank you so much. 200 smackaroos away from the Titan Dreas closed beta stream for next week. So if you want some more bonus post GTU content, be sure to bring in those donations. Everything that we raise this week and this weekend is going straight towards charity for kids in need. And even the smallest donation, like $1, which is so insignificant to most of us, can go as far to buy medication, nets to avoid, like if you have like mosquitoes and things like that. Like these kind of resources are really cheap to purchase, and you can unironically save lives with these kind of things. So thank you, Recald. Very generous of you. And yes, back to you. Back to more helicopter flying.
Yay.
In case we couldn't get enough before, right?
Exactly. So Lance is stuck on a burning building, and we have to go save him. There he is. And also we were initially planning to go on a date with Louise, but yeah, this is our date now. We're just chilling in a helicopter. And now Lance is going to go get payback on the guys that ambushed him. And yeah, the balance meter returns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him to shoot at the guys in this front leading boat. He just has to take out the driver. And I think he didn't do so. Well, second try, Lance. Come on. They're damaging me quite a bit. Oh no, okay. Lance, I need you to clutch up, please. They've damaged me quite a bit already. Okay, thank you. One more. Come on, Lance. Come on, one guy. Nice. Yeah, I took a lot of damage there. Usually, you only take like 50% of the health, but I guess a combination of me flying in a little too close to them I was trying to get Lance, like, you know, a better angle by being closer, but I also give them an angle to shoot at me. So,
But I should be getting back to Mary Beth now.
Oh, yeah, sure.
yeah. And Louise had fun, so we're gonna drop her off at her place so she can take care of a baby. Yes, nice date, insane date.
It's a great view from up here. I think I see Mary Jo's place. There are some beautiful houses down there. Some real shitholes, too. This is so cool, honey.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit up and then go down. Like I said, this helicopter is very fragile, and if my wing even clips a little bit of those big palm trees there, I will fail the mission. So, I'm gonna take it a little safe. I kind of don't want to do a whole 7 minutes of helicopter flying all over again. And yeah, now we go do another Diaz mission, I think. Yeah, we're gonna do Domo Arigato Domestobato. That's actually the name of the mission. I wasn't like being a weeb or anything by saying it in Japanese. This is a very unique mission, and let's see. So, the Mendez brothers apparently have this robotic servant robot thing. It's called Domestobot. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna remotely operate their maid bot, and we're going to take control of it. And we're gonna go and we're gonna unlock their safe and light a fire in their apartment, burn all their money, burn all their bearer bonds, things like that. And yeah, and they'll never know it was us. So one of Diaz's guys have set up the system, and we're just gonna drive to there. So with my incredible parking of the skimmer right there, hopefully it doesn't blow up. I'm gonna get into this van, and now we're going to do some hackerooing, and we're going to hack into the Domestobot. So now we have access to Domestobot. We're inside the Mendez mansion. And there's another RNG bit here. So Mendez can give us a bunch of tasks, and we have to first complete all that tasks. All the we have to complete the task he gives us, and then we can go find his vault. So we have a little sensor here to, you know, to try and track where his vault is. I mean, I already know where the vault is, obviously, but yeah. Let's see. What is this? This is, I believe this is go to the kitchen and get him something, food. So we're gonna go to the kitchen, get him his, I don't know what this is. What is this? Is that like, I don't know what it is. There's some black beans on the side. There's some yellow stuff. Maybe some mashed potatoes, maybe a mac and cheese, I don't know. And then there's something on the left which looks like...
They look like fucking Pringles.
Yeah, something.
You got like
And-
some like cheese and crackers, some Pringles,
Right.
and some like coffee beans or something. What a king's meal that is.
Anyways, now we can go to his vault and now open it. So this mission trolls you. As you can see, the sensor is getting like beeping slower as I walk here, right? Which to a normal player would indicate that, oh, his vault is not in this location. But actually what is in this location is an entrance to the basement. So you as a casual player have to go and go the furthest distance away and like go into the basement, and then you're supposed to do this little mini game to figure out the password, but it's the same password every time. Anyways, we light his whole safe on fire, he gets mad, and we get away, and he doesn't know a thing.
Motor off your boat, you know? I mean, 50 boats going 0 to 70 in 15 seconds all in the same body of water.
Okay,
in the dark,
now it's time for one of the last Rennie missions. So this is So Long Shuang, and yeah. So now Rennie is being attacked by the Mendes brothers. I think it's because Rennie put us in contact with Ricardo Diaz, and yeah, the Mendes brothers didn't like that, so now they're going after Rennie too. Unfortunately, I got unlucky once again. There's no vehicle outside. Usually there's a vehicle parked there that I can use, but in this case I didn't get it, so fine. I have to kill 24 enemies here. So right now I'm at 5, 6, 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the way here to the pier. Okay, and I'm going to come back. And that's just far enough to where the game will spawn in a vehicle for me. And this is an auto scroll anyways, kind of. So, oh no, what was my count at? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot that. 16. 17. 21, 22, and I'm gonna get into the car right away. There's probably gonna be 2 more enemies I'll spawn next to this gate. I can just run them over. Oops, I missed him. Oh, I miscounted. Oh no. Oh no, I miscounted badly. Oh, what? 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 Why? Huh? Okay, I guess I didn't miscount. The game was just being weird and it didn't progress me. Or did I not kill the guy that I knocked over with the car? I think that was it. I didn't kill the guy that knocked over with the car. Well, whatever. 24 enemies later, next phase of the mission, Rennie has been ambushed and we have to go save her. Also, banger radio song. We will continue listening to it after we've saved Rennie.
Another quick donation for you.
Go ahead.
We have 10 smackaroos from Lance Vance Dance. Thank you, Lance Vance Dance. I hope you were here for the cutscene earlier because I didn't do anything. I was just sat here watching. But Ethan showcased the Lance Vance Dance. And you know what? I'm going to take partial credit because it's on my channel. I did it. I was there.
Makes perfect sense to me. Can't argue with that. Okay, I'm gonna do a stun jump here. Hopefully not flip the car. Yeah, we didn't flip the car. Car is kind of totaled though. This is a mission that can go really wrong. Oh, and they popped my tire too. I didn't even notice that. Oh no, please get out of the car, Rennie. Rennie, please don't stand near the burning car. Run, 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 run. We get into this taxi. Okay.
We get
No!
sponsor on the phone. Mi amigo.
Rennie, please.
Hey, Jeremy.
No, don't hijack me, bro. I hate this mission. Rennie, get into the car. No, don't blow. Why is that car on fire? I didn't even shoot that car. Hello? Why is everything blowing up? Okay, anyways, whatever. We're done with the mission. We're done with the mission. Yeah. Yeah, totally like I planned. Ultra gamer right there. Oh wait, I death warp too. Oh no. I death warp too quick. Okay, no, I just waited. Wait, I have a. Why do I have a? Okay, whatever. Well, what was supposed to happen there is that you were supposed to death warp while a pager was playing, but I guess there was another pager that was playing, which is a payday pager. So, yeah, that was kind of bad. I death warped too quickly. I was too fast again. This is the second time I've been too fast in doing something, and it's been negatively hurting me. But yeah. Anyways, Rennie is now out of the hospital. She's been treated.
Stitches put in down below, darling. I'm a virgin, shiny and new. You could be my first.
Dude, please, shut up.
Yeah, I will have you interpret that dialogue whichever way you want. I'm not going to explain what happened. But yeah, she went to the hospital, and now we're going to fly her out of the city because it's too dangerous for her to be here. So bye, Rennie. Anyways, can we get a good car spawn? Okay, no. So we're gonna be stuck with our ambulance. Not too bad. So we're gonna take a specific route. Now, not only is this a Rennie mission where we have to do that, this is also the mission where we get the Phil Collins concert. So now we have to go to the Phil Collins concert, and we have VIP tickets, so we get the front row, and we get to just chill out for a bit and yeah, just listen on his concert. You know, good vibes, good vibes. But yeah, on the drive here, you can get ambushed by a bunch of soldiers or whatever, a bunch of goons. But we take a specific driving route so that they don't spawn in. And I mean, I guess you would be too fast for them to catch you anyways. That's the Cholos. Okay. Why are they spawned? They shouldn't be spawning in. Right? Interesting. Oh no, the copyrighted mission. Well, in my experience with copyright, this song is fine. At least YouTube. YouTube doesn't like do anything with this song in particular. There's some other radio songs that like get blocked worldwide, but this song is fine. So yeah, we'll just enjoy the concert. But yeah, like always, there's people that are trying to kill Phil Collins. So we're on this light rig here, and there's people that are trying to saw off bolts and make the light rig squish Phil and his band down there. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to kill them. In fact, I'm just going to bump into them, and this way they follow me. And when I have two people following me, the game doesn't spawn any more enemies. So that's basically what we're going to do, and I'm going to be quiet and we can all enjoy the concert together. So hopefully you enjoyed that little snippet of the Phil Collins concert. And yeah, that's a mission. Now we're gonna take the skimmer and go fly to Lance, and we're going to do the actual hardest mission in the game, light my pyre. So I know I've called a lot of the missions here hard and hardest, but I was lying before. This is actually the one that takes the cake. There's a lot of RNG factors, plus I have very bad experience with this mission in particular, and so have a lot of other runners. This is the run killer basically. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the game. It's only 3 more missions left. Okay, light my pyre. So, a bunch of people have angered Lance, and Lance has a very brilliant idea of chasing these people who have angered him, who are in cars and who are shooting at him with SMGs, and his plan is to basically ram into them with his bike. He's not going to shoot at them, he's just going to ram into them with his bike while he's being shot. So we have to come in and save Lance, like always. And I need to make sure I don't fall off my bike here by hitting a pole. There we go. Got him. Where did this guy spawn? Why did he spawn on the beach? Okay. Whatever. Usually it's only the first one that's the hard part, so I got a little bit lucky. Lance hasn't taken a lot of damage, which is good. And he spins me out, of course. But yeah, anyways, we get 2 stars now, so now the mission gets a little bit harder. We have to deal with the police too. However, I got lucky. Lance hasn't taken a lot of damage, so he has enough health where I can drive to the next phase of the mission and start it before he dies. So I'm going to abandon him here. He will have a bunch of enemies spawn, and they will shoot at him, but because he has max health pretty much, he will survive, probably. So I just have to make sure I drive fine and I don't like crash into anything. The next phase of the mission starts either when Lance reaches a certain point or when we as the player reach it. It's just up on this bridge right here. So yeah, pretty okay drive, fine. And there we go. We can start the next phase of the mission. And again, Lance, brilliant idea. There's a bunch of people that are guarding the Mendes mansion with their AK-47s, and Lance is just going to drive in barehanded with his biker. Okay, cool. We did the little jump. And oh, guys, there's a boss fight here. Oh, I wonder how he's going to do it. Yep. Well. So usually he has a flamethrower, and it's a bit more to it than just that, but yeah. Anyways, that's the mission. How many brilliant ideas did Lance come up with in this run? A lot. A lot. Okay, and I know I called it the hardest mission, and it didn't seem like the hardest mission, and now I kind of look like a fool. But trust me, that can go wrong real quick. Okay, last two missions. Let's go. We're almost there. Oh, right, and Louise dies in that previous mission. She's been kidnapped and, yeah. Rip Louise. Rip our waifu. Yeah, so now Vic's gonna go on his revenge mission, and yeah.
Can we get on with this? There's a real estate closing I have to get to. Has someone got a light?
Certainly. And my, those are very empowering cigarettes. Interesting name, but...
Over the top. So I'm gonna stop here on this bridge. There's actually a car here that ambushes us as we get off this bridge. But I'm gonna come here and take a sniper out and just shoot it a bunch of times. Cool. Oh, also, there's another strat on this mission. I don't usually do it, but since it's a marathon run, I think it'd be fun. So I'm gonna stop here, and it's gonna seem slow. It is kind of. But I'm gonna go pick up the binoculars that are on top of this cargo ship. And I'll explain why a little later. So we go see Phil, and if you've been paying attention to the game's lore, Louise is Phil's sister, and she just died. So, you know, we're kind of like paying respects and whatever.
I can't believe she's gone. Sorry, Vic. She was a good soldier. A good sister, I mean.
Yeah, but Phil, like always, he's just drunk all the time. So, yeah. I don't think he really knows what's going on, but it's okay. So we're actually going to the army base here. And we're going to steal their what's it called? Their army helicopter that is equipped with miniguns and missiles and ooh, spooky. So Vic is going to go all out. From his prior army experience, he knows that, you know, the army is well equipped with a bunch of artillery. So we're going to use his knowledge to good use. Phil is going to go over there and distract the guys in front of the army base while we sneakily, so this is supposed to be a stealth mission, we sneakily enter the army base. Usually the intended way is that you go to the like main console room and then open a gate which allows you access to the thing here. But instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to mega jump into the compound where the helicopter is. Did I get it? Oh no, okay, didn't really work. We went the wrong way. This might take a few tries. There we go. Got it. Nice. So we skipped that entire segment of where it tells us to go to the blue marker and whatnot. I'm gonna kill a bunch of these guys so they don't, you know, shoot my helicopter and blow it up. Hopefully that guy doesn't shoot me too. Cool. Nice, and that's the mission. And here's the minigun or whatever. and it's also missiles, so we can shoot. So landing this helicopter on this helipad is kind of wonky. Okay, cool. That counted. I'm happy it counted. And last mission hype. Oh, that felt good. I stretched out my hands a bit. Yep, and now we're on to the final mission. So we're gonna go to the Mendes building. They have an entire building, I guess. That's under their name, and we're going to attack them. However, here's another really cool strat. So usually what you do is you'd go to the building and it will trigger a sort of mini boss, not a boss fight, but like a mini sort of phase where you have to shoot missiles at the building and kill the guys there, and they will shoot at you back with their AKs, and they will also fire rockets at you with their rocket launcher. However, we can skip that entire segment, so we go close enough to where we trigger the mission, the next phase. So there we go. You see the enemies have popped in there, and we fly to the second island. So that building for this specific mission, it has like a little bit of an interior. So if we go to the second island, that interior is not normally meant to be there in normal gameplay. So if we go to the second island, it like unloads everything, and watch the map. Watch the map in the bottom left. Yeah, they all like either get suffocated or like they fall to their death, or like some failsafe activates and the game just like, okay, just get rid of them. But yeah. So this is the actual segment inside the Mendes building. It's supposed to be pretty hard, but we have a really OP gun, so it's not that hard. Usually you would try to go for critical hits like that if you're using an AK. But yeah, that was pretty fast actually. Probably the fastest I've done that thing. Anyways, here's another sort of mini phase with the helicopter. So you're supposed to shoot these two guys, then the helicopter attacks you, and you're supposed to like take cover in the segment, but we can just blow the helicopter up. And if we do it quick enough, we skip a little phase. Okay, cool. So we skipped on to the next phase immediately. And now we're going to do the final boss fight with Mendes and Martinez, and we're going to make quick work of them. Jump off the building. And we're done. So time stops when you see the words Rockstar North. Any second now. And time. GG. Okay, well, that was a bit of an eventful run. I did fail. I mean, I did get busted on that one mission way back then. That kind of wasn't my fault, but what is my final time? Do you know?
I have a 3:46.58.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I
Pretty good.
PB'd. I'm pretty sure I PB'd on my emulator
Nice.
run. So, yay.
For a VCS run, that was pretty clean.
Yeah. A lot of things were about to go bad, and a lot of things did go bad, but that's kind of how it is with VCS. Not much you can do there. But yeah, anyways, thank you for having me on GTU and showcasing this incredible game that was a big part of my childhood. And yeah, finished underestimated by quite a bit, but
great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on, and thanks to everyone who has supported during this run. Great job again, Ethan. Always nice to have some story stuff. It's a shame we didn't get any LCS this time around, but obviously it's kind of difficult to find people playing these games actively a lot of the time. You know, they'll sometimes see some like spurts of activity, and then there'll be a point where nobody's playing it, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So yeah, glad to have every single VCS mission. Yes. Do I have anything else to say before we go? I don't think so. Aside from Tavu420, thank you for subbing. Yeah, we'll go and set up GTA San Andreas, the first milestone that you all donated for, so thank you again for that. We'll go and get Drew set up, so if you want to see some San Andreas Oko action, don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon.
Bye-bye.